Pastor, I never seen a pastor left politics.
I did respect it today. I have been left that meeting. Don't try it tonight. We can't let go respect each other. You should be the last person to do what you did today. You're not decent.
What, like how?
Bro, if I'm talking, even if I'm talking nonsense, that's a group of intelligence. I can be talking nonsense, allow me to talk. You're not gonna be hijacking. I don't hijack people on the show. I don't like it.
Man, you guys are liable.
You going live?
Yeah, yeah.
You let us know, my man. I can't tell why that.
But I told you guys, right now we 1 minute to share, so we're playing some music in the background.
All right.
Can you guys please share?
I'm going back.
Gentlemen, let's go ahead and share. We are sharing now. Yeah, we are sharing it. We are sharing this podcast right now. We'll be starting in the next 5 minutes. But you came on twice?
She really wanna be the one to walk down.
Oh, it goes so over with your screen.
Everything going on. You're the only one who keeps me calming down. When you give me peace, I don't say you don't ever wanna see.
It goes so over with your screen.
Where you are, where you come from, where you from? So now my song doesn't bad. Sorry, oh, she doesn't do that. Or if you for sale, show yourself. She will lay you down flat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here. We'll be starting in the next 3 minutes.
That's my baby, yeah. All of them like them on my bed, oh yeah. She wanna see romantic, oh yeah. Nobody's doing that, oh yeah. She get it back from Big Justin, oh yeah.
We are sharing right now. Want to make sure that people tune in tonight. It's a very strategic night.
All of them like them on my bed, oh yeah. She wanna see romantic, oh yeah. Nobody's doing Jasmine, oh yeah. She get it back from Big Justin, oh yeah. Darling, I'm for you, oh yeah. All for you, oh yeah. My back, my back, oh yeah.
Yeah, but
All right. But Allah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Current Situation Media. This is a special election coverage and analysis. Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
yeah.
All right. Thank you very much here for responding. Let me turn up my volume here. We will have those other analysts joining us here, but just want to welcome everyone to the show tonight. It's a very strategic show here, and we are being joined by two of our panelists, Pastor Success A.B. Dennis and Mr. Augustus Talu. He's one of the shareholders and an analyst of Current Situation Media. How are you, sir? Welcome.
I'm doing good.
Oh, thank you. We can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, the runoff was on the 14th of November in 2016. A lot of data has come in, and we've been monitoring the daily press conference of NEC, the National Election Commission, and we also been getting numbers from different sources, different outlets, war rooms, been compiling numbers. But our main data is from NEC, and based on the data we have now tonight, we're going to be breaking down things, and at the end of the segment here, we'll be doing projection. But however, Current Situation Media here, we are very objective. We do have panelists who are partisan, and we should be honest to that. And, we'll be fair to that. But the network as a whole is objective. We are not endorsing, or we did not endorse any political parties, and the network is not supporting any political party. And this is we report for the Liberian people and our audience. But however, we have panelists that are part of the network that contribute to the network. And are they partisan? Yes, some of them are partisan. So they have the right to, take sides. They'll have the right to, be affiliated with a party and still contribute their ideas to the network. But few of us, or two individuals here, we are objective. And like I said, we pretty much report and the folks decide. And also, as you all know, our goals and objective of this network is we operate on a triple constraints, meaning that we operate within scope of reporting, interacting, and entertaining. That's our mantra. Therefore, tonight, we're going to be giving some strategic, I repeat, strategic projection.
Mm-hmm.
As you all know, projection, if you define the word projection, it's also affiliated with predictions, and some projections are unofficial, but we are doing our best to make sure that everything is being validated. Maybe it has not been announced by NEC, but based on the data that we currently have, that each of us currently have. One can predict or project the winner of LRB runoff presidential election tonight. And like I said, this is a very interesting segment tonight. So make sure you follow us and ask necessary questions. You want to participate, make a comments, and we'll read your comment and respond to that. So we'll start with an introduction here. We have not seen Augustus Stallo in a long time here, so we'd like to start with him here. And like I said, he's a current situation analyst here. Mr. Tallo, welcome to the show. Welcome back.
Yeah, my man, welcome. Welcome back. And life sometimes gets you out of touch. But I'm committed to the Liberian people, and I'm committed to current situation as our analyst, as our founder and co-host. My job is to disseminate the message uh, across the globe. How you doing, Pastor Sources? How are you, my man?
I'm good, bro.
How you been? You good?
Pastor Sosa have tolerance on
Hey,
this
my
show
brother, how you doing, my man?
because beginning of this show, he and Malcolm Platch, but pretty much they are best friends now.
No, Marco was catching with himself. You must have not catching.
So welcome back.
But it is going to be an impressive evening. We will be keeping you honest. We'll be keeping the data honest because it is incumbent upon this network to deliver fair and balanced news. As my CEO just said, we believe in fair balance. We know there's not a partisan here. We encourage partisan debate, but we also want to be objective. We want to be very informative, and we want to educate our audience. And we will not mislead our people or distort any information. We will just give you the raw data, and then you can make an empirical predictions.
All right, thank you very much. Here, thank you very much, Mr. Tallo. Yeah, welcome back here. So, welcome, Pastor AB Dennis. Thank you for your contribution to the network and your daily participation. What do you got for us in store from your camp? Even though at the end of the segment here, after we break down numbers here, we'll be making a prediction as well here, but at the end of the segment in our closing argument. But let's hear from you because some network has already, project the winner. So today on Spoon TV, they projected the winner. And, is it authentic based on that numbers, that they are, spreading that numbers around and that folks are jubilating. And I want you to identify yourself first as, I know you're a partisan and you're also a panelist. Then from there, we're gonna ask you the question: do you have a projection of a winner tonight from your camp? If so, fire it up.
All right. My name is Success Evident, Pastor Success. I love that title so much. I'm Pastor Success Evident, and I am a seditian. Let the record prove that I'm a seditian. And yes, like you said, we are here to analyze the numbers and predict a winner. And so the numbers are here, and we're going to go into them and see what the reality is. And I'm not going to discredit what their name or Unity Party number disseminating. Probably I don't know the source of that information, but we got our number. We got our data that we have collected from around the country. And the good thing about it, every political party at this junction should be able to know where they stand because everybody should be able to have that data right as we speak. It's always the case political parties or independent candidate individual know their standpoint before that it be announced. All right, so where we stand right now,
What's
we know
that?
where we stand.
Sorry, what's that noise in the background? Is it from Augusta? Augusta, put your phone on mute. Let me see if that noise still exists. It's like can you guys hear that noise? All right, Augusta phone is on mute. So Augusta, when you're not speaking, try to mute your phone so because we want crystal clear audio.
Yeah, so basically that's it, man. We all got our numbers, But for me, I'm pretty sure and confident of where I sit.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so like I advise the audience, as a CEO of the network here, and we are very objective here when it comes to us, disseminating information to our audience, and also that our prediction is going to be based on the data we have. The data have already been validated by NEC, and also the rest of the data that is still out there, and looking at individual party strongholds and the percentage that has been counted. But like Pastor Success said, right now, each team should know based on the information that they have gathered from the war room. Because even though NEC do announce or make a press conference, but each party also have representation or representative at each polling station, and those representatives have access to the votes and tally sheets. Those sheets are sent to the war room. So with that said, before we proceed, Mr. Augustus, do you have any question for Pastor Success A. Dennis?
You muted, man.
You are not audible.
You muted. You better forget.
I don't have a question exactly, but I have something to say. I think right now is those major network is who wants to control the narrative. I think that there's a reason why they are doing early predictions. They want to control the narrative. It is a propaganda strategy. Who say the winning first? Because if you look at the race is very close. So whoever says the win, that gonna have a huge magnitude in Liberia. But if you look at the numbers, you look at the southeastern region, you look at cities where the stronghold of Honorable Barker, the former vice president, you can tell what is unfolding in those in both areas. So, but for now, I just believe it's just propaganda being disseminated out there, and which is very wrong for those media who we consider credible, those mainstream Liberian media. I think they have to be careful because Liberia is at a fragile. Liberia peace is fragile. Any misinformation can destabilize that country. So all of us are held accountable for the information we disseminate out there. Just a full of thought for just to let everybody know that our information that you disseminate out there has to be credible. If it is not credible, it has the propensity of actually destabilizing the country because Liberia is at a fragile stage. it's that the country does not have like that strong foundation of peace. So it's just fragile. It's fragile because of a lot of indications that the least mistake, everything can just be disrupted. So we gotta come up with a lot of credible news to those big media.
Thank you. So let's move on. Let's start. We're going to look at the electoral map, and we're going to start from county to county as we break things down. So let's start with Lofa County here. So Lofa County, do you agree with me that 100% of the vote in already?
Hold on, let me look at my
100% of the votes are already in. Who agree with me on the show? Yes or no? I'm saying 100%.
Yes.
Lofa is 100% in.
Okay.
Lofa is out.
Yes. So with that said, 100% in. Boakar takes the lead, 64.6%. Are we correct?
Yeah,
100%.
It got 75,000.
373.
75,373 votes.
Yes. And wide margin, and we have 41,298.
Yeah.
So Lofa, we all concur on Lofa. So can we move on? Or anybody got any comment?
Go.
Augusto, you have any comment for Lofa?
No.
Okay. So Boakar clinch Lofa. So we move on to the next one is Gbapolo County. So Gbapolo, am I saying the name right? Gbapolo?
Gbapolo.
But if you've been away from the country for so long, when these new counties that just being created or pretty much formed, you have to still learn the name. Gbapolo. So Gbapolo have 31.3% of votes counted.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Boakar is in the lead, 5,610. All right. We are Australian here with 4,000.
I'm chairperson of the National Elections Commission. I'm here.
Okay. So Boakar, we have 31.34. So let's talk about Gbapolo a little bit. Only 31.34% of the vote in on NEC website. And I'm getting the source for NEC website here. So with that said, NEC have only reported 31.34. Have they getting on the new tally sheet to update the site? We don't, from my data here, I am reporting directly from the site. So let's see what you have, if additional votes have been reported to your war room. And let's see if Augusto have any new information apart from the 31.34% votes that have already been counted in Gbapolo. And from there, I want you guys to make some argument here. See if the rest of the votes are counted, who takes Gbapolo? Who Gbapolo County goes to? Yeah, go ahead.
From all indication, United Party is going to win Gbapolo, but a very low margin. They're going to be between 16,000 to 15,000. So that is say they'll be at 16,000. This will be around 15,000. That's what the data we have right now. That's why it proved to us. So they're going to win Gbapolo a very low. I mean, not more than 1,000 votes.
Okay. So, Augusto, do you have any additional information on Gbapolo? Are we all on the same page?
Augusto, you're on mute, man.
Augusto, are you participating? All right. So while we're waiting for Augusto,
I said no.
Okay. So we are on the same page with Lofa and Gbapolo. So we'd like to welcome Malcolm. Malcolm, we are breaking things down from county to county. We started with Lofa. 100% of the votes are in. UP takes Lofa. Do you concur with that? From your data standpoint.
Absolutely. Well, it's not anything strange. We we knew that we were going to win Lofa. We were fully confident. I mean, we gave few votes out to the CDC just to help them to come closer. But I mean, in terms of victory, we're very sure on that.
Okay, so then we move on to Bapolo County. 31.34% of the votes are in, but your opponent CDC concurred that UP will also take Bapolo when 100% of the votes are in. So, do you have any additional statement on Bapolo County?
Of course, I mean, CDC are making a lot of excuses in terms of a lot of them are saying that they just want to reduce number, but they are not ready. They are on the data from the data standpoint. So right now, you need the highest number. It's not about if you can convince the people. I mean, the election is already over, but if you have the ability to convince the people to get more vote, you will do that. Because it's not about 51 or this, that, no. It's about who get the highest vote. So
thank you. So let's move on to Grand Cayman, because I want to make sure that if anyone get any other data, please feel free to let us know here. So we're moving on to Grand Cayman because we are breaking things down county by county. Then from there, we all compare the total here. Then we can, at the end of the show, we all can do our predictions. And then we'll see that who's going to be the winner before NEC officially announced. And will our prediction be accurate? We'll see. This is a credible network. We're going to break things down and do everything possible to make sure that our prediction is accurate. So moving on to Grand Cayman, 88.73% of the votes are in. And Baraka is up 21,244. We are 20,060. Gentlemen, when the rest of the votes are in on Grand Cayman, will we win or close the gap, or Baraka will maintain Grand Cayman? Let's start with Augustus.
Grand Cayman. Oh, let me look at my data, please.
Yeah, all right, go ahead. Because if you're not ready,
yeah, I'm not ready yet.
Okay, thank you. Pastor Success, fire it up. Grand Cayman.
Grand Cayman would be won by Unity Party with a very low margin, very, very low. Because currently, as we speak, it's 21,244 with 20,060. So it's just a 1,000 and change vote, You muted.
Yeah, Malcolm. Any comments on Grand Cayman? Malcolm is muted too here. So, Augustus, are you ready? Any comment on Grand Cayman? Grand Cayman.
No, I'm not ready.
Okay, so you are not ready. So okay, so we are all pretty much, Pastor Success, who is on the CDC team here, he concurred that Grand Cayman will also be taken by UP. Malcolm, additional comments on Grand Cayman? Are you comfortable?
I'm comfortable. I mean, that's a comfortable win.
Okay, thank you very much. Here, let's move on here. So we are in the western part of the country now. So let's move to Bomi County. 100% of the votes are in. UP won that county, 23,359. We have 15,820 votes. Do you concur with that?
Bomi current data?
Yeah, Bomi County. Current. 100% of the votes are in.
Hold on.
Okay, look at your data. I want us to compare notes tonight. Because like I said, at the end of the segment, the network is doing what you call a prediction tonight. But I want us to break things down bit by bit. So while you're looking at your data, we go to Michael. Michael, are you comfortable with Bomi? Do you concur that Bomi 100% of the votes are in and UP took Bomi?
Bum is going to be a comfortable win again, but it's going to be close from the way I'm looking at things. But I think it's going to be a comfortable win.
I'm aware that Bomi won, but the number you give is what I have a problem with.
But first, let me ask you. From my data here, 100% of the votes are in Bomi. What does your data say, Pastor Success?
No, I agree. 100% is in. But what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing Bomi. I'm seeing the 21,000. You are talking about 23,000.
The votes that UP won with is 23,359, and we are is 15,820. So that's a little margin there.
Okay, then move on.
Okay, so we're moving on Augusta and then comment on Bomi. Is Augusta really participating tonight? All right. So let's move on to
Mr. Moderator. I'm having a technical difficulty right now. I'm having a technical issue with my computer, so I'm trying to reboot it and look back on my data.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Let's move on here to Monserrato. Monserrato being a battleground state. 89.69% of the votes are in Monserrato, right? And Monserrato have 17 electoral districts. So with that said, 89.69% of the votes are in. So we got about 10% of the votes left. Right now, Barker is in the lead of 299,098, while we are trailing him with 283,174. So we go to Pastor Success. Do you concur with this number, or you have a different?
Yeah, I do.
So would you say that Barker is going to take Monserrato, or things might change?
Yeah, take about a little change, a very, very little change in terms of number.
So, but are you concurring that Barker would take Monserrato?
I just said yeah, with a little change.
Okay, that's fine. Malcolm, any comment? Are you comfortable with that?
Again, man, everything. Look, I'm the best man in the chair right there tonight. everything is wow. We're gonna lick everything. Hey, I see you lick it. Wait.
Okay. Augusto, any comment on Monserrato?
Nope.
Okay, let's move on. Mute here. So moving on here, we done with Lofa, Bapolo, Grand Kima, Monserrato. So that moved to Magibi. Magibi shares border with Monserrato. Yeah, everybody knows Magibi as Kakatan. So Magibi County, 100% of the votes are in, and UP clinched that. 64,160. Pastor Success, do you concur?
Yeah.
Okay. Malcolm, do you concur?
Absolutely.
Augusto, do you concur?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, gentlemen, things are going smooth. Let's move on. So we move on to Bum County. Bum County, B-O-N-G. Not Bomi. We don't want Bomi. Bum County, 100% of the votes are in. Again, no. We are clinched Bum County with 72,159. Barker, 64,194. So we asked Pastor Success, do you concur?
Yeah.
Okay. Malcolm, do you concur?
No, that number is still questionable.
Okay.
But
defend statement. Why is it questionable? We are taking this number from NEC official website. So what do you have from your war room? What do you have as your data in front of you that you are questioning this number?
I'm not. I mean, we are not too sure of the information that coming in, but there can still go on. So I don't want to give a precise number yet. So
But 100%
but
in bomb.
of course, that's what I'm saying. We gotta we those are the areas that I'm saying that it is going to be questionable. We're going to question it. We don't question those numbers.
Okay, Pastor Success, do you want to rebut?
No, it's not about rebuttal. You see, there's a trench this guy will end up taking at the end of the day. We come on this platform, all the place you want, I can call with you, no argument. The first win citizen had in a county, it becomes questionable. And I know at the end of the day how you guys will question the final result. But let's go ahead. It's okay with me. But I need net officially say we want Bond County.
Yes, we're 100% the votes in. So let's move to
with a 10,000 plus normal margin.
Yes. Let's move to Grand Basson. Grand Basson. So yeah, go ahead, Egos.
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed a little bit because this trend that when CDC wins a county and the opposition got something to say about it. I think they should actually bring their proof to disqualify it. And the reason being that we are spending a lot of time in Bonn. We are vice president from Bonn. So those are all coalitions that can help pull We Are up that. So We Are has a very good relationship with the people of Bonn.
Thank you. So thank you. Malcolm, do you have anything to say what Augusta said, or you want us to move on?
Yeah, I want to add on to that. But you see, CDC they are known of coming up with a lot of theories, and some of the theories sometimes don't make any sense. Look, the whole purpose that I'm saying that the numbers from Bond County are going to be questioned or is questionable is because you see CDC have the other theory that if the vice senator bearer of the United Party, which is Jeremiah Kun, is from Nima County, trying to play again the same kind of a trouble, politics. Like if Nima gave, the vote to the Jeremiah Kun, so Bond County, would do the same. So that's the kind of a game they're playing. And again, if they win it, that's fine. But there's nothing wrong about questioning a number if we have the doubt. If anything is doubtful in your mind, you're gonna question it.
So, but I know you try to question it, but we are taking the stats from NEC website. Are you saying that the website is you don't trust NEC website? The statistics that are on the site, the data that are on the site, is that what you're saying?
No, I do, but for that era, Bond County, I mean, like I said, if you have a doubt, I mean, there's nothing wrong to question, to clear your mind. So, again, if they win, that's fine. The election is over. We're just discussing number now, but I mean, we're going to follow up on those numbers.
Okay.
I mean, if you follow all, it's fine, but if you follow all, it will be between you.
Well, I think his argument makes sense, but it can also be used in favor of CDC too, because
Gentlemen, we got a lot of things to discuss on that. We should not waste our time on Bond, right? If the UP guy have problems, then they will be discussing it. Why he reading it not from CDC war room? It is not on CDC statistics. It is NEC who pronounced that Bond is going 100%. And these are the data. If they got a problem, then go to the Supreme Court with NEC. Simple.
You see, Pastor, You see, Pastor Sosa, he was quiet. I just wake up in small, jubo, and just.
Look, when a man is confident, he don't cause noise. let me just say that joke quickly. Let me say that joke. Somebody called me today and said, "Where are you guys in the war room? Where your dead at?" So let me ask you, they want you to talk your war room and make it a war stage that every little child will read your data. And that is sooner, if somebody wanted to cheat you, they can use the information you provided to manipulate your number. So you expect us to come on the social media and display our war room? Are you serious? Are you guys serious minded people? But anyway, go ahead, my man. Go ahead.
Those are public documents. So okay. I mean,
we choose one to display our own to the public. Go ahead.
So far, the discussion, we're breaking down the electoral map, county by county. I think it's going fine. We're going to bring one of current situation manager all the way from Liberia. He's been working hard and also providing us some data too here. So we're going to bring you on the stage. Maybe his audio might give problem. Solomon Sagba Hawks, and he's saying that he's going to try his best to stay on. I know it's kind of late. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm getting you loud and clear.
Are you laying down? Can you sit up here?
I'm sitting up.
Okay. I didn't know from the look here, it looked like you were laying down. Okay, I'll go ahead, introduce yourself here. These are the current situation panelists here, and tell your current location and your title here.
Let me know your brother.
What you got for us? Why you say that? Why you say that?
Oh well.
Go ahead.
Solomon Sagba Hawks. And I'm from Liberia, Barnesville Estate. And I'm having to serve the capacity of the country manager. And I'm glad to be on the show for the first time anyway.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Sagba. You're welcome here. And thank you for your hard work you do back home here, even though you're not visible all the time, but you provide us some important information and make sure that current situation like Liberia is being managed in the rightful way. So, looking at the current data, you have in your possession, in your system right now, and the runoff is over here, and we are doing a strategic projection tonight. What say you? What do you have for us? Who you think is the winner that everyone just already know, but just waiting next to finalize it?
Oh well, per the data in our possession, even though we are not close with the authority to announce winner, but when you clearly analyze these data, the arrow points at Unity Party for the fact that Unity Party strongholds are the most populated counties in the country right now. Secondly, the legs of Nimba have not yet been exhausted. Masorado, which is the one of the battleground, have not yet been exhausted as well. And the leg of Bapolu have not yet been touched. And Keep Mount is not totally been touched as well, even though they've gone like 90%. But with Nimba having 25% to 26% left, Bapolu has not been touched. Bomi, like 12% left. And with the lead that the opposition leader has, we can say we can safely say Unity Party will emerge victorious tomorrow, with no doubt about it, and with no sentiment attached.
Thank you. Here, I know we. Any follow up from Pastor Success? Any question for Solomon Saba Hopes?
No, I don't have a question for him.
You don't have no question for him?
No.
Augusta, any question for Solomon Saba?
Augusta it's not on his screen.
Okay. Any follow up, Marco?
Yeah, yes. Not a question. I just want to do a follow and and appreciate this brother for making a great point. Like I stressed out on my first comment. You see, this second round or the round is all going to be bulk around numbers. Who get the highest numbers? So when he just talked about those big counties that is overpopulated, that UP have won most of the areas, is actually going to help the Unity Party in terms of numbers, okay, increments. But when you talk about you winning county like that Grand Gila, and that's not. I mean, those are numbers, but it's not going to help or make any impact. So yeah, great point, my brother. Thanks.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Augusta is not here to ask any follow up question. Pastor Sosa is saying that
Can I make an injection, please? Can I say something?
yes, go ahead. But that's what I asked you. You have any follow
Can
up?
we not on him?
Okay, go ahead.
Can we read counties per county? We complete.
But that's what we're
start
doing.
to analyze it.
We just wanted him to give his projection because he's reporting from Liberia and he might experience network issue. So we wanted him
Okay.
to speak. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Thank you. So let's move forward to county by county. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Hawks,
Yes, sir.
Which
How you
one
Yes,
is-
sir. I'm doing great.
you spoke like a partisan. You did not speak like a reporter. Can you actually convince me why? Can you convince me?
Yeah. My brother. Thank you very much. It is good that you brought this point out.
Yeah, but let's make something clear first. Augusta, he's not a reporter. He's a field manager for current situation Liberia. He pretty much managed the network back home. He sometimes substitute if those reporters are not available, but he's not a field reporter. Go ahead.
Okay. My brother, thank you so much. Like I said again, I'm Solomon S. Hawks. I haven't affiliated with any political group except the Alternative National Congress, which, of course, I am not a member, just an affiliate supporter. But the truth remains, data coming out of these chat rooms and from NEC particularly shows that the huge possibility of Unity Party emerging winner is the chances are very huge, I must admit. If you do the competitive analysis with the data, Grand Crew has 24 polling places still left.
You see what I'm talking
Sino
about?
have
Pause 1 minute. You see what I'm talking? We're going to jump this thing, and then we'll start arguing. So can we go from county to county? And
Yeah,
then
but Augusta,
Let me explain.
let me clear Augusta down.
Let me start giving statistics from county to county.
no, we still doing the county to county. Pastor Sosa,
Let me just clear Augusta down.
This man might not stay with us for the entire 3 hours due to maybe his network or the time on his end. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Mr. Yankunya, like I said, the data speaks volume of victory of the Unity Party, even though we are not reading gospel, but numbers don't lie. Currently, the Unity Party is in the lead with 16,221 votes margin, and this round is a simple majority. And then you have Sino County. that has a population around 57,000, and you got like 37 polling places left. You got also Grand Jita County that have the population of 60,000, and you're going like 75%. You got 24 polling places left, 76%, excuse me. And so with these numbers that are left, and considering the less population this county has, Nima alone, I stand to be corrected, but Nima has like 186 polling places left. Nima alone can swallow the rest of the eastern counties. So with that being said, we can point that we can verse that United Party will take the lead come tomorrow.
All right, and also any follow up, or else then we can move on our breaking down our county by county, because we still got more to go.
Well, you know, I kind of agreeing with you because when I look at Basel.
So now we are on Basel now. So can I read a figure of Basel, then we'll take it from there?
Hold on, Ms. Stoke. When I look at Basel has 53% of the votes has been counted or has been received. And George Weah has 24%. George Weah has 50%. Barker has 49%. So I expect Weah to be in the lead, but it's like that is one of we are stronghold down there. Bassa should be we are stronghold, but we've seen Barker in neck to neck with the president, and I think that is the largest vote reach area for George Weah, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Are you asking me or you asking?
No, I'm asking they feel very important.
Oh yeah, it's one of Weah stronghold.
And I think it's the largest vote reach area down there for Weah. Correct?
No, not exactly.
But when you agree with me, is we are stronghold, then is a reach because their vote, hold on, because I have the data here. 158,463 people registered to vote in county. So it's a vote reach area. What you say?
I agree it's a vote reach area, but I do not agree 100% that it is Weah vote reach area.
But you just agree that is Weah stronghold, correct?
I didn't get you clear anyway.
But you just agree with me, said that is actually is that stronghold?
Is we will call it one of his stronghold for the fact that his mother hails from that end. But whenever the particular electoral aspect take place, his dominance is not really wide. That's the point I'm making here.
No, but I think the last election that they had, I think Weah has 73% of the votes in Basel.
No, you got to check that data again.
Let's move on here. Pastor Success, since we are already discussing Basel here, let's pretty much go over the numbers and we get your report. Malcolm, are you still with us? I think Malcolm is still with us here, but maybe he muted himself. All right, so Basel, we have 53.33% of the votes are already in, according to the website here of NEC. And WIA is 24,045, but also Braga is closing the gap. And during the first round, WIA clinched Grand Basel. So, Pastor Success, are you comfortable to take Basel, or you a little bit shaky?
The number going to claim very huge because people they don't know how the number plays out in this area, right? The party did extremely well in Buchanan. That whole Buchanan belt, they did well. So when you see him coming close to CDC in that area, these votes came from the Buchanan belt. When you start to go into compound number 3 and into LAC and all the other areas, then the value begin to change, But again, we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win Grand Basel, nothing less than 10,000 votes.
Solomon, any follow up on Grand Basel? Any additional information or any additional analysis on Grand Basel before we move on?
Yeah, I do agree with the brother that the incumbent president going to win Grand Basel, but the vote normally the gap is not usually wide for the fact that they have the opposition senator Nyomli Kanga. They refer to her as the rescue mother, who is from that county, and they have other key opposition leaders like Dara DeLong. And so if you notice that the political atmosphere there is like lukewarm, but leaning on the CDC side. So I do agree that Grand Basel will fall to CDC, but the margin won't be wide. And it's not a margin that you can depend on to reclaim or to resuscitate. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Malcolm, Grand Basel, you have any comment? Right now, you the stats there. WIA is in the lead, but it's kind of close margin right now, and they only have 53% of the votes in. Your thought?
Yes. Like the brother said, Grand Basel. We all know Grand Basel is one of the county that is complicated because you get the like of the former foreign affairs minister, who is the senator elect.
Yeah, it's a Finley.
Yeah, Finley, Boysenga Finley. He has number. So equally so the like of the rescue mother, Yombli Kangai. She also has number. The like of Senator Dinon, even though he's located he's representing Monserrato, but he still has numbers. We know there was an issue within the Liberty Party, but at least the election, the Liberian people were able to rally around the rescue team to have a one voice.
Okay, thank you. So moving on here, if there's no additional comment on Grand Basel.
Add to what Success just said. Again, Grand Basel is complicated one. Liberians, we speak on Liberians. Liberians vote mostly on likability and they vote on tribal affiliations. That's facts. George Weah, mother from Brazil. George Weah, mom from Basel. Oh God.
Also, if you have a technical problem, can we proceed?
George, we have Malcolm Basel. And the reason why you see Braga is getting close, I think, because if you look at the demographic from Monrovia to Basel, you find a kind of same kind of people. But as you start to go into the rural area, the votes is going to change. So that vote is going to change in favor of we are. So we're looking at hopefully 10 to 15,000, imagine.
All right, thank you for your analysis. All right, gentlemen, I think we are doing well here. Let's move on here to NEMA. I know we touched base on NEMA here. But looking at NEMA, 78.8% of the votes are already in. Out of 736 polling places, with only 580 polling places, votes are in. Okay? NEMA have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 electoral districts.
Yeah,
right now, as it stands, Walker is in the lead, wide margin, 109,694, where we are is 43,564. The question is, even though 78% of the votes are in, all right, can we close the gap, or we should not even say think about closing the gap? Is Walker have already clinched or crunch NEMA? We will start with Malcolm. Malcolm?
Yes, we again, NEMA is just one of those counties that is highly populated, and the rescue team were very sure, 100% sure of gaining more votes within NEMA County. 70, like you said, 75 or 78% of the votes already in. So, I mean, whatever number that is being claimed by the CDC from NEMA County will not really make any difference. I mean, the game is over, man.
Let's move on to Pastor Success. Pastor Success, even if, let's just say, hypothetically, the rest of the vote go to Jawia still cannot take NEMA. Am I correct or wrong?
Let me say this for you.
No. Let's answer the hypothetical question first. Right now, as it stands, you
don't know the balance total vote, so you can't say he can't win. Let's face what NEC has. Because if we're discussing hypothetically,
yeah,
start beginning hypothetical issue.
No, just for this balanced vote, 78%, almost 80% of the votes are already in. 20%, say we are against the 20%. Still, he cannot take NEMA. Do you agree with
the 20%?
All right.
Oh, the 20%.
Pastor Success.
82,000 left right now. 82,000 votes.
No, we can't determine how many votes left as per voter, the number of or registered voter. The vote account on base the people who show face to vote.
Yeah, but we don't know. There's a reason why we are looking at the registered voter and the percentage. So when you tell
percentage, exactly.
Voter, you assuming it is 6,000 votes left to be counted, right?
Yeah.
How much do we have right now? CDC.
Right now, CDC have 43,564.
So it's talking about hypothetical issue. If you are 83,000 to the current vote they have, it might be neck to neck, but that is not possible. Okay. So we shouldn't discuss hypothetical issue.
All right, let's move on. Do you have any comment on NEMA before we pass it over to Solomon?
Yes.
Go ahead.
NEMA, right?
Yes.
And let me say this to you guys. We went into the election very strategically. Our strategies are playing out. We went to the election to at least get something around 50,000 votes in Nima County. All right? 50,000 votes. That is our target. And as we speak, Nima, we are at 43,000. So when the rest of the I know 27% comes in, we are assuming we might hit our target or very close to our target. Right now, as we are very close to our target. We are 43,000. Our anticipation was once 50,000 votes from Nima. And we got it. So go ahead.
All right. Solomon, what say you? Nima, right now. Can even if CDC play a magic where the rest of the vote goes to them, can this close the gap or take Nima?
What's the current status of United Party? What's the current figure there?
United Party right now, the current vote is 109,694.
Yeah. But the mathematics here, if the total vote is being given to CDC will be left. CDC will be able to accumulate 126,000. So it's risky. It's risky. If I'm answer that hypothetical question, when the CDC claim the rest of the vote, they will be earning 126,000, which will be giving them victory in Nima, which will be dangerous because Nima County is Unity Party stronghold and one of the second most populated county in the country. So holding that constant is not good for United Party to lose the rest of the vote. But I understand that it's just a hypothetical question. And Nima have been the deciding factor for the past 3 to 4 elections. 2005, Nima decided. 2011, they decided. 2017, they decided. And this election, they are also deciding. And that's the reason why you see Nima is becoming the second developed country, county in Liberia for the fact that they are vote rich and they are people with a mindset. When they say they are going for this, they are going for it. And so, not to hold you guys much, Nima County is so important to these political processes to the extent that whosoever Nima gets behind becomes victorious. And I know history is going to repeat itself.
Pastor Sosa, any disagreement?
Well, he's right in terms of the deciding. But again, like I said, I don't want to be hypothetical, but I will tell you something not too long ago. At this point that you and I are speaking right now, every political party or the candidate in the race, at this point, all of them get their final data. And they know what the result is. Believe you me, result that were announced the day right after the election, posted they are getting 60% or result, and they are getting 100%, they are getting this. That was just fantasy, right? But right now, as we speak, believe you me, each party know what they got. Nima, as per what we have, net is 43,000. As per what we have in our data, since we were able to take 50,427 votes from Nima. That's what we have in our data. All right? I never want to produce these unofficial reports, so we're dealing with the official report, right? But the way the conversation is going, I need to provide some information. We have that vote, okay? And we went there to claim 50,000. Now we got 50,000 plus. We also went into Lofa with the mindset of claim 20,000. Instead of getting 20,000 for Lofa, as we speak, we got 41,000. Which is a very good number for us. Now, Nova is done. All right, Nova is done. So the number are playing out in our favor. I can tell you for sure. We sat down today. We did no rest, and we did all our calculation. We were just about to put out our victory celebration at the party headquarters when their name, when the Minister of Justice came up with a press release that no one pre-victory celebration. So as a ruling party, we decided to pause. But as a narrative play tomorrow, we will come back on the show and you say Pastor Sosa said it. So if you want to go hypothetical, I can read for you. Or when we end the official reading, then I will read you the unofficial result we got from our tally. The tally we did rather. So let's go first with the official result, and then from there we'll come on the side.
There you go. Thank you, Pastor Sosa. And that's why I'm trying to kind of control the narrative tonight. We are all going on the official result from NEC website, and from there now we can project based on unofficial and see if our projection going to be in line with NEC projection. And it's going to be tough. You know, the network is in a hard place, but I think we can make it. So moving forward, let's go to River Cess. River Cess County have 87.62% of the votes in. Right now, we are is leading wide margin, 13,602. Waga 4,836. Anybody want to report? Anybody have different numbers? Start with Malcolm.
River said we know that the men are going to win. River said so. I'm not going to debug that number. Yeah.
So you concur. Let's Samo, you concur with that as well?
Oh, sure.
Pastor Sosa, you concur?
Yeah.
Augusta, you concur?
Yes.
All right. So we all agree what River says. So we waste no time. We move to Sano County. Sano County, 75%. That's my county now. Yeah, I'm a Sano man, right? Sano, are we?
Yeah, exactly.
Sano?
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Opposition, man.
What's that? The man will enter these two ruling party. The man also already declared his party that he was affiliated with. For me,
Sando County. Sando County.
All right, Sando County. Man, can I just talk about my county small?
I got some nameless because I wanted to be neutral. Just imagine I didn't vote. I was in bombing, exercising, attending duty to current situation. I didn't vote.
So, Sando County, yes, 75% in. We are takes the lead. Very wide margin, 19,084. Abuaga, 3,968. Let's start with Malcolm. Malcolm, do you concur or you want to rebut?
I'm pretty satisfied with that numbers. Again, it's one of those small counties that, you know, we are going to get little numbers in, but it's not going to make any impact. But yeah, they're definitely going to win that one.
Pastor Success? Sano?
Yeah, Sano is okay by me.
Augusta Sano?
Yes.
Solo Sano?
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to win that overwhelmingly.
Yeah, okay. But the men are crewmen and a crew pro for Sano. Crew and sample pro for Sano. All right. Moving forward here to Grand G. The Crown People place where Augusta happen now without calling. So 79.14% of the votes are in, and we are takes the lead. Very wide margin. 29,847. Braga 3,538. I didn't know the Grand Judah don't let Braga like that. So let's start with Malcolm. Malcolm, what are your thoughts?
Again, it's just one of those little contests that was expected, you know.
No,
I mean, look, we cannot win everything. We still cleanse a number in those little, you know, county that, you know, supposedly, you know, or CDC stronghold. So it's not, those numbers not going to make any changes, or it's not going to, change the numbers.
Okay, Pastor Sosa, yeah, it's
I'm
heavily.
okay with Grand Judah.
Okay, Augusta Grand Judah.
Yeah. Grand, you ain't
So,
going anywhere but Georgia.
Solomon Grand Judah.
Yeah, Grand Judah, yeah. Grand Judah is not only Grand Judah, but the entire Southeast. They
Okay.
are seditions. They are not United Partisans. It's not about Bwaka. Whosoever you place on that ticket, when you guess on the United Party ticket and you go against CDC, they are going to overwhelmingly vote the CDC.
So
Yeah.
the Southeast. So are you telling me that I know we got 3 counties and we will complete it? Are you telling me no Southeastern county can ever flip, even with very strong campaign from the opposition? And if one of the opposition,
I don't care how you camp. The past elections are proving that. From 2005, United Party have never won any Southeastern counties.
Wow. Okay. With that said, I'll move on River G. River G numbers here. Let's see what we got. 98% of the votes are in. We are 18,587. Bwaka 4,675. Let's start with Malcolm. Malcolm, do you concur?
I'm satisfied with that number. But we stay. I mean, those are one of the numbers that we stay going to.
I want a small town.
But man, even we got 2,000, it's still gonna help us.
Okay.
It's still gonna help us.
Yeah.
You should be concerned. You should be worried about Unity Party claimings, numbers from those little countries. I call them little countries.
No, those are small town.
Okay,
village. Those are village.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Augusta, River G.
Yeah, I'm good, my man.
Sabah, River G. Yeah, the United Party managed to even play some politics there to manage to accumulate the number they accumulated, for the fact that after the first round, Country Devil came out, and there were some women calling themselves concerned women of River G, and said if the president don't intervene, they will not vote for him because he cannot be their son, and his mothers and sisters are into confusion. And I think that was how United Party managed to accumulate the amount of vote they accumulated. But at the end, the CDC is still going to dominate. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's move forward here to Grand Crew, the president place here. So I know, Grand Crew here, 74.55% of the vote in. We are 20,000 and Bwaka 2,000. So there's no competition there. So do we all concur?
Yeah, we all concur, yeah. In fact, let me just chip in a little bit. There were some polling places, a term of 4 or 5 polling places where Bwaka got 0. To tell you how very robust they were in terms of voting for their son. Yeah.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. So the last here, but not the least, we have let's see here, Maryland 99%, 99.43, so almost 100% of the votes, a very wide margin, 35,000 to 7,000. Any concern, any border? Malcolm?
Nope.
Augusta?
Again, we're not going to stress our veins in the Southeast. Wherever number we can accumulate from in the Southeast, it will be very helpful to us. But we're not going to stress vein on. We know the people mindset. So and they are entitled to that.
Okay, so let's move to the real issues now. Is right now is 8:51. Some of our panelists, they thought that we were supposed to come on at 9 p.m. So they will be joining us And as the discussion get very interesting. Usually on Thursday we come on at 7, but when I created the flyer, the citation said 9 p.m. So some people still going by 9 p.m. So now move to the interesting part. Now we have broken down the numbers, the correct, or I would say accurate, official numbers that have been authenticated by NEC. All right, because everything we read tonight was from the official website. So now, UP has already claimed victory. Spoon TV have predicted that. CDC are claiming victory, but we don't have an official network that predicted CDC victory. Just CDC, different spots here or individuals that are online. So now, looking at the unofficial record, the unofficial data, let's start with Pastor Sussex. Pastor Sussex, the question is, are you claiming victory as of now?
Well, we don't just claim victory by mouth.
No, let's answer the first part of the question. As of now, would you project that CDC is the winner of the runoff election?
Yep.
Okay, back your statement with some data that we can, be things.
Like I told you, if Maku come to the show tonight as a supporter or a unit partisan and still don't know where the data are as we speak, no man, Paul on the street, I don't want to come. I don't feel. I want to be. I want to see my face. Wow, open. Why you have the purple? Right? Because by right as we speak, every political party know where they stand as per the data. If any political party still don't know where they stand, there's a serious problem for that party. It's a serious problem. So at this point, everybody will be claiming, but people who are honest to themselves will tell you that people say, no, we tried, but it didn't work. All right? Now, if you can't be a horse with propane, you lead the string, you go. How you hear us?
But you are speaking to us now. You're trying to convince us. I have another, sympathizer with the Unity Party on the show. So try to talk to her. We are in.
I agree, but that the host there, you'll be asking questions. I don't want him to put me back when I go ahead with certain issue, but anyway, I will go ahead. Now, Nima County yet to complete. On our own official report that we got as 100% of completion of Nima County, we got 50,472. And that's a good number for us. About this in 138,000. That's good. When we do the subtraction, they might be tapping on the 800,000, 700,000 to 800,000 in between there. That's what
80 to 70,000.
Yeah, in Nima. That's what I'm saying. Between 80 to 70,000, that's what they got in Nima.
But you said 800,000.
But I said, okay, the voter will be 800, so other than I meant 80,000.
Yeah.
When you come to Lofa is done. Right? Lofa is done. When you look at Lofa on this list, they got 75,000. We got 41,000. We went there with the anticipated of getting 20,000. We got 41,000. We got 20,000 plus vote, which is good for us. Bapolo, as we all can see on Bapolo, right? Currently, they have 5,000. We got 4,000 change. They got 5,000 change. The vote count for Bapolo is neck to neck. All right? So not to waste your time. After all the calculation, and if you go home do it, when they announce, you will come back on the show and say, where you got your data from? Our people in our war room, they are not people like what will take our war room and bring it on Facebook stream and be discussing the figure to convince the public. No. We do our data, and that is why we want Abraham Gosling winner today. Don't announce CDC as winner. Just do your discussion, and that's why he did not even go to say CDC win. Right? We went to the party headquarters to start celebrating. The president said no. The party chairman wrote the communication for us to go there. We said no. But this is it. when you do all the calculation, right, from our data, and let me say that before I give you a final number that will show up tomorrow. People are looking at Nima 80,000. Lofa, how many thousand? Lofa, or if you look at Lofa that is done, we have a difference of, let me find Lofa. If the difference between us, there is some more thousand, right? There are some more thousand. That's what we got. Now, let's go to places that Grand G there. For example, you getting 2,000. What is Grand G? The help you getting 3,000. I'm getting to the 9,000. That to the 9,000 for Grand G alone. I've liquidated the vote from Lofa. I don't know if I made sense.
Yeah.
They don't want to vote from Lofa. All right? They don't want to vote from Lofa. When you come down, okay, to a place there, I will come on other risk candidate for our candidate not people get small. Look at Maryland. We got 35,000 above you. You got 7,000. If we take the 35,000 and apply again NIMA vote, we have reduced NIMA vote to 50,000. I don't know if I make sense. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Go ahead. We don't want to interrupt you, but we keep people here.
When I say I may say I don't want you to respond. I'm just saying something. All right. These are the calculations we did. Looking at the 20,000 coming, the 40,000 coming, the 25,000 coming, the 10,000 coming, the 15,000 coming, against 2,000, 3,000. When we did this calculation, we were able to subdue the huge vote you got from Lofa and the huge vote you got from NIMA. So at the end of the day, what we got, and I appreciate Omen Bwaka and the Spoon TV, the propaganda you guys did, and the choice, the decision to take Jeremiah Kun, it help you all. Because it's going to be disastrous. If you are not taking anybody, it's going to be disastrous for you. With the kind of immense development okay on NIMA, if you are not taking anybody, they drag you to the hospital. But however, at the end of the day, after all the calculation, and please, somebody record this number. Because these are a number that will be playing out tomorrow. Very close. It might not be 100% exact. But that will be playing.
Oh no. I want to ask question on that if I can.
No. Hold on. Yeah, Malcolm, you have your time, please.
Okay.
Yeah, let the man read the numbers that you guys projecting that CDC is to win. And we want you to read that number. We want to get that number on record.
The vote will end up tomorrow after pronouncement. And they do pronounce the final tomorrow.
Yeah.
The vote will be nothing more for the Unity Party. Nothing more. The 7,000, or 796,961. That what we got in our data.
So 7 what?
I repeat, 796,961. That's what we got in our data.
961. So 796,961, right?
Yeah.
All right. For Unity
Party. The CDC with a small county, vote and usually for them coming in a boy, number you're going in the small county or in the small town, rather. When we put them together, plus what we got in your PB country, I want to say county in your country, we were able to get 804,007 votes.
All right, so
804,007.
007. Okay. So this number here is this is your projection. This number is official. But let me do a quick photo before someone come on here. I know I'll give you time to end. This number that you just read to us,
unofficial.
It's unofficial, but you are very optimistic that this number will be close to the number next going to read. Am I correct? All right, go ahead.
Now, when we combine these two numbers and make the difference, we did a difference. In mathematics, when you say difference, you subtract it, right? So the difference came out to 7,000 for the sales vote. And like Malcolm said, I agree with him. This second round, it's about how many percentage you got. It's about how many number you got. So even one vote can make you win the election. Right? Something somebody failed to realize is this. Nima County have 350,000 registered voters. As we speak, Nima is not even close to reaching 200,000. Look at CDC number added to that number is around 200 some more thousand. I mean 100, maybe 150 some more thousand. All right. When the ballot putting shall come tomorrow, it can be more than 100,000. Are all the southeastern counties, all the counties with the exception of Riverside, we are all the counties. We are we swallow Nima number and we have 7 vote excess above. And the entire Southeast, if you add the number that are coming from the Southeast, the entire Southeast is not voted as per their registered voter. If there is something short, very minimum, you know why? It's difficult to track people in the Southeast because of the road condition. Very difficult. It's very difficult to track people in the Southeast. It's easy to track people in Nima. It's easy to track people in Bomi. It's easy to track people in Kemo and those surrounding area. The Southeast is difficult because of the road. So the people that register in the Southeast are from the Southeast. And these are the numbers that are playing out. All the people your trust will put out law, they now relocate the people back. Look at the vote coming from Nima. They put out 300,000 vote or registered voter. They cannot even produce 200,000 right now as we speak, as per CDC number and their number. So the number are playing out in the interest of CDC from the Southeast. And I'm going to commend the he did well. But I need a little change. We got all these votes helping the CDC. So again, as I close, that was gonna happen tomorrow. CDC will win the election.
All right, thank you very much here, Pastor Sosa here. But you
troublesome man account to play. One troublesome man account.
Yeah. Thank you for your projection. So before we move to the next person here, I just want to let our audience know this is one of our breaking news. One of the key panelists on current situation is not official yet, has projected that CDC wins the election with 804,007 votes, UP 796,961. This is a projection from Pastor A.B. Success Dennis. So with that said, this is on record. We're going to move on to Malcolm Bay projection.
You see, I want to question Pastor Success.
No, let me question yet. No, brother, we are doing projection based on your numbers now. I don't want us to hear. If you question him, yeah. So you will question him later. Do your projection based on numbers. He did a projection based on his numbers from whatever source he had from his war room or wherever he put together a day projection. Can you do your projection, or you want us to go to Vic or Vatican Cabo?
So I mean, the only projection that we as Unity Party are going with is the one that was given by NEC. So, and it is being play out there on the public. People can see it, unlike the CDC people who just now making those information available to the public when it is a public document. So we are going with the number that we have from NEC, and I mean those numbers are legit. It shows that we are in the lead, and that's what we're going to go by. I'm not going to go into any war room because these are things that bring confusion, because we're not going to be going to different war room and getting information that are not legit and say on public forum.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Another breaking news here, but one of current situation panelists, Mr. Malcolm Bay. Am I saying the last name right? Bay or Va?
Va is the right pronunciation. Va, but pronunciation varies, my man. Any way you call it, I will answer.
Malcolm Va projected, but he did not provide any data. But he's going by a NEC stats that UP is the winner of the runoff election. And we asked him for numbers, but he is referring us to NEC official website. So with that said, thank you, Malcolm. Let's move on to Valiku Cabo. Valiku, can you hear us?
Yeah, my brother, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, even though you are driving, but stay safe. Can you give us your projection tonight?
Look, I'm very happy. I see the panelists. I see my brother Success is very subdued tonight. Look, AJ, you know, those are who with numbers. Those of us who deal with numbers, when you look at numbers, numbers tell a story. The numbers that we are seeing have told a story. Matter of fact, I've been saying on this platform, from the first numbers, Michael was on the show and Octavia on the show, when we had a show, say, what is the pathway? We discussed the numbers. And any statistician or data analyst that even know what they're doing small, knew that from the first numbers, it was difficult for CDC to win. Look at the numbers that are coming in now. We have our own war room number. We already know the numbers. Just look at NEC numbers. What's happening in the Southeast? If you look at the first round, the Southeast number was very a lot. Look at the numbers in the Southeast now. The numbers are very low. You talk about Southeast, they got vote. Nema's votes are still being counted. There are votes everywhere. Look, with 86% of these votes counted, and what we have in our war room, well, I mean, I know Michael in the UP war room, I'm in the UP war room, I'm going to UP war room. Even Jesus Christ come in heaven, so we are getting with the election. The numbers are clear. Mr. Bwaka will be president-elect tomorrow. If the NEC, well, the NEC like gives small number, but if the NEC gave the number as it is, and based on the totality of the number we have, Mr. Joe Bwaka is going to win the election by 51%. Of the total vote counts, and Joshua will be 49%. And as I said, I mean, when we discussed these numbers the other time, I was asking the questions. Look, you look at it. Now, I was going from different counties and look at the numbers there. Where was Joshua going to win to beat Mr. Bwaka was the question. And everybody was saying the same county. They solved easy thing. But go and look at the numbers now. Joe Bwaka is winning in Moserado. He's going to win Moserado. He's going to win Magidi. He's going to win Cape Mount. Kwame is gone. Okay. Where is he winning? The Southeast, Grand Bassa, boom. But the numbers have upset. And at the end of the day, as I said again, $50 million for an election. And in the first round, the incumbent president was neck to neck within the margin of error in the statistical dead heat with the incumbent. Anywhere in the world, if you were a statistician for CDC or you are a data analyst for CDC, you should have went to the president, and said, Mr. President, we are in trouble. You look at CDC, made it all over the place. Though I know CDC. If CDC thought in any way, shape, or form they were winning this election, at any time, social media everywhere they would have been talking. The records are there, but there's nobody within the CDC has the gall to come out and say, but people, while we fought well, we have lost the election. The numbers don't work anymore. So they come out with this talk, and y'all win for 2 days, on the 3rd day, at what time, bro? It's 6% of the votes that are in. In statistics, they are after some percentages, the numbers just can't change. With 87% of the votes in, I can tell you that those numbers are not changing significantly for Mr. Weah or Mr. Bwaka. And at the end of the day, Mr. Bwaka wins this election because the Liberian people decided to vote. And the Liberian people decided that their vote should matter. The people within the CDC decided that they did not want to do things to make changes. Or CDCs came on this platform, other platform, and were very sentimental in their arguments, and they were not looking at the real things that were going to make people vote for them. And that is the reason why everybody within the CDC war room know that they feel losing. But nobody will come to the president and say, Mr. President, this was not work for us. No, ask my man Otavia. Otavia on the show, ask Otavia. Otavia said, my man, the pathway to Joe president said he gotta. So they votes here, they gotta add votes to it. But even if you add votes to the votes, he still cannot win with the manner, with the level of voting that have been done, with all the tradition. There's no abeto and other people in the race again. Not two people in the race now. Everybody get their people win. So there's no way to cope the numbers. And so what you are seeing right now is why our friends from the CDC, a lot of them, even on social media, are very subdued. It's because the numbers don't lie. I mean, 1 + 1 = 2. Even in China, 1 + 1 are 2. In Madrid, if you go talk it at 1 + 1 = 2. When you read statistics and data analysis, and you are 80-90% of those numbers, I mean, for the numbers to change based on the remaining votes at this point, it's not changing. So Mr. Bouaka is going to be the next president of Liberia. He is now, by tomorrow, in the season, they are the official body to announce him. He will be announced president-elect. And in January, he will be inaugurated as president of Liberia. And we'll be moving on to our next stage. Unfortunately, my friends in the CDC did not do that job, and they did not follow the numbers, and they were being so sentimental. And that's why this result came to them. Thank you very much, and thank you all for being on the show.
Quick question, Vicky. I know you are driving here, maybe on the freeway or somewhere, on the East Coast here. But are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So, do you have any numbers to provide us that will pretty much authenticate your statement of your project winner, or due to your current situation, you can't provide those numbers?
No, I'll give you the numbers, man. Look, Mr. Bouaka is going to win the votes by 814,000 votes, which is, we will constitute about 51% of the votes. I'll give you the actual numbers.
Yeah, let's write it down. Let's write it down. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Mr. Weah will lose this election by, and his number is going to be 792,000 votes, and that will constitute about 49% of the votes. Now, I'm just giving you, there are other numbers, smaller numbers behind it, but I'm just giving you a raw, whole number of votes. So Bouaka is winning by 814,000 votes.
Can you?
51% votes.
All right. Can you send that number to my messenger, please, or you want to repeat it because I didn't catch everything?
Yo, so Bouaka is at 814,248.
All right, Bouaka, 814,248. 248.
And Mr. Weah is at 792,293.
792.
293.
292 or 293?
293.
293. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Bouaka is at 51%, and Mr. Weah is at 49%, and that's how the bookie is going to crumble.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another breaking news here from one of current situation key panelists here, Mr. Valiku Kabo. He projected that UP won the election with 814,248 and CDC 792,293. So we have four predictions already on the show here. Our chief managerial staff here from Liberia projected that based on the numbers, his data, that UP also clinched the nomination. So now we're going to move on to Otavius Gilman. And before we move on to Otavius Gilman, I want to read a statement that he made today in the current situation analyst chat room here. And it's a very strong statement. This man is a businessman. When business people speak, they speak numbers. They have done that research. So let's read his statement. So Mr. Gilman said that let me see. All right, let's go to his statement. We want to read the exact statement. Then from there we give Mr. Gilman time to opine.
The man got to show your face so we can know that he the one speaking. We want to be sure that he actually,
Why you tell everybody to show your face?
All right, so
my man, the man hear my voice, he know my voice.
So Mr. Gilman said This is what Mr. Gilman say. Let me see here. So after he posted it, yeah, I just want to read exact statement here, then we can open. All right. So let's see here. Going down. Mr. Gilman said the election is over. According to what is in my hand, then I asked him, let's see your official data. He says, let's see. He went down on saying that, okay, then he said, if he used a conjunction. Gentlemen, can we proceed here? We are a critical point. Mr. Gilman is about to speak. Mr. Gilman said the election is over. He went on saying that if President Weah don't win this election, according to what I know, I should never come back on this show again. Mr. Gilman, fire up. What you have for us? Convince us. You are making a projection right now.
Yeah, thank you. And like you already said, that the first sentence said if, and so I'll leave it there. But I listened to my brother and I listened to all my colleagues on this line tonight. They are excited and they are giving whatever number they sent to them as a talking point. And that's fine. And we understand that in politics. And sometimes in life, you have to make yourself happy. There's nowhere in the Bible say somebody should make you happy. Even Jesus say. But so I understand why the UPNs are excited and doing all of those things. But I want to remind the UPNs and all Liberians that are celebrating. Hamas went to Israel on October 7th. Hamas was celebrating on October 7th and October 8th. 2 days. The third day, the story changed. I want to remind my brothers and sisters again, I think my pastor on the line too can help me. I can hear you 1 minute to him to elaborate on that a little bit. When was the last time Jesus resurrected from the grave?
The pastor already spoken, but we'll give him time.
Yeah. Jesus resurrected on the third day. And I want y'all to understand something. We are talking about a child that there's a difference between favor and blessing. Look, Joseph Nyimabuaka is blessed. My brother Michael on the show is blessed. But when you have favor by God, it's a difference. Favor is so powerful. And President Weah is favored by God. This is a man that people say he was down. They beat on him so many times, but he came back to prove to Liberians. There's a man who took world best when he never stepped his foot into World Cup. You cannot go against God's children. And I pray the way every UPNs are celebrating. We gave them 2 days, the same way Israel gave Hamas 2 days to celebrate. We gave them 2 days. And I want all UPNs to understand that their time of celebration is over. And because the county that left, the president that left, that president that you cannot predict. And that's the mistake a lot of Liberians are making. You can predict who will win Grand Juda County. Anybody can do that. It's John Weah. You could predict who will win Nima County. Anybody could do that. You could predict who will win Lofa County with all the resources from Tomo Farah and Jefferson Kochi. You could still say low. They will put a dent in Joseph Nyimabuaka cake, but at the same time, you're winning. But nobody can predict Maserati. Because Maserati is a battleground. Nobody can predict other county but Maserati. And right now, the election, the Liberian people were voting on two things. Like I said, they were voting on popularity. Who is more popular in the country? They choose Joseph Nyeman Boakai and President Weah. And after that, they were voting on love. It's not love for country, but love for an individual. They choose Joseph Nyeman Boakai and George Weah again. So based on those two things, we know exactly how Liberians voted. They were not voting on job or against corruption. So based on the two things, you tell exactly who is most popular in the country, because these are the things they voted for. No sound and normal Liberian will say anywhere on the planet that Liberian voters voted for job or education or anything. No. Because if Liberians were voting for education, job, healthcare, and for their children's future or their own life, Joseph Nyeman Boakai and George Weah will not be in the race today. And based on those two things, I can say to you here tonight, the hours, because we passed this now, the hours of European celebrating is not that much again. Just like Hamas. Hamas is going to get in 2 days to celebrate. The third day, it will leave. It will be in the history book.
Yeah, but Otavio, I don't want you to bloviate on this show. I want you to be very precise. Because I think that
based on what I know. Based on what I know.
Let's see some data. Like how your friends then provide data. I don't want you to flinch. You are flinching, and I have to interrupt.
Yeah, you're right to interrupt. You're right to interrupt. But all the data they're giving, is that NEC data? No. No, it's not.
What do you have?
So none of us have the actual data. None of us. Everybody.
So if you don't have the actual data, why you made that statement? Even though you used the conjunction if, but why did you make that statement? Can you back your statement up, please?
Yes. The reason is simple. And based on the voters, all the guys there assuming. But look at the way the Liberian people voted, and you can say I'm 100% right. Because the way the Liberian people voted, and the way and look at our country history and look at the country, you can say, no, yes, it's right. I'm not saying, oh, the Liberian people of this. No, all these guys are assuming that the number will go this way, the number will be that way. That assumption. But I'm saying, I'm looking at the way the Liberian people voted. They were voting for two things. They were voting for popularity, and they were voting for love. Enough love for country, but love for an individual. So based on the two things, you can say, okay, who is more popular between Joseph Nyeman Boakai and George Weah? We already know George Weah is more popular than Joseph Nyeman Boakai. And we can say love. Who is more love among those people? The two people. George Weah is more love. So based on those two things, you can draw your conclusion from them and say, okay, this is how they will vote. They did it in the first round, and they're going to repeat that in the second round. All the guys that are coming up with the funny prediction is NEC never. So everybody is assuming it's not accurate, it's not fact. But I'm telling you, based on data now from NEC, the way the Liberian people voted in the first round, that's you can say I'm 100% accurate. Because if they were voting for job, that Arizona Coming will be there. If they were voting for job, that somebody else will be there, who they never tried before. And say, okay, you know what? We don't know what the man capable of doing or the woman capable of doing. We're going to vote for them. But Joseph Nyeman been there. Joseph Nyeman Boakai been there. He never produced job for the people that graduated. The people have been unemployed. The unemployment rate in Liberia was 85% when Joseph Nyeman Boakai left office. The unemployment rate is the same. It's the same. So those two, the same corruption on Joseph Nyeman Boakai, the same corruption on George Weah. So they got the same record that why Joseph Nyeman Boakai never talked about corruption against President Weah. President Weah never talked about any corruption against Joseph Nyeman Boakai because the people didn't get it. The same record when you go to tangibles. George Weah got a better record to run against Joseph Nyeman Boakai when it comes to tangibles. That's all. So based on those two things, you can say, yeah, the Liberian people only voted for two things: corruption and popularity and love. And you say love is not love for country, but love for an individual. So
So you are not. So you cannot make a projection based on raw data or data you have. You are making a projection based on.
There's no data there. There's no data.
Experience and how Liberian voted. Okay, so do you have a no? Hold on. Do you have a projection right now based on what you said? What's your projection? Who's the winner?
Yeah. Based on how the Liberian people voted in the first round, I can predict to you tonight that the European celebration is over come 4:30 tomorrow. President George Manuel Weah will be our next president. And let me say this. I want you to write this down. President Weah will win the election between 9,000 to 13,000 votes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another breaking news on the current situation.
Put that down, write it down, because we'll be here tomorrow, and between 9,000 to 13,000 votes, President Weah will win tomorrow.
All right, so CDC will win between 9,000 to 13,000 votes, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
All right, so it's another breaking news. One of our panelists, Mr. Octavius B. Gilman, regular panelists, have predicted, not based on his physical data, but based on past experience, past voting record, and that President Weah will be re-elected. Thank you very much, here. So we have everybody have given a prediction except Augustus and me. But let's go to Isaac. Isaac.
Before I beg you, let me just say one thing. But I will get caught up. I beg you.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing I said about people who are on the CDC side using sentiments to make predictions. Look, my brother Octavio Kido gave a campaign speech at Campaign Town Fini. Without campaigning, we're looking at raw data and numbers. They're both voting. Every data that is coming to data centers now are being the same tally sheet. The two candidates are over there. They are representative there. Get the document. Every single polling station, there's a documentation that is given to representative of each party. It's not about, they may vote, they don't like campaign speeches now. We are talking about raw numbers. And everybody in our great grandma, including Octavia, he said, you know how Octavia is not predicting this numbers? Because Octavia, they are still of the CC people. They still think that at some point they can convince the Governor Lamb or Brown Lassana to cook the books in the last minute. That's why they're giving when Jesus Christ raised on the third day. You join with Jesus Christ? Hamas will happen for 2 days. But they posted 14 war right now. They're in the weeks now. Look, the raw data, the numbers have said numbers can explain stories. The numbers can explain the other story. You can go or you come down. Jose Yuma Boaka is the next president of Liberia. And the numbers say so there's no amount of sentiment I can help you out. So I'll be on the show. If I get disconnected, I will come back on.
Thank you, Mr. Cabo here. Let's move on to our brother Isaac. Isaac is a contributor and of the show here. He's off and on here because he runs his show too as well. So Isaac, thank you for taking time off your business schedule to be here to opine. Now we are on a prediction segment. We have already dissected and all the counties, the electoral map here. We talk about each county here. We broke down the numbers. We went through all the 15 counties. So now we are on prediction based on data. Data sitting in front of you or in front of your computer. And we have two people that did prediction tonight with all data. All right. Malcolm did prediction based on a NEG website, even though he did not verbally provide it, but he said based on the current stats. And Octavio did a prediction based on past voting experience. What is your prediction? Who's the winner?
Well, I want to thank you for having me on your platform. I'm sorry I came late, but I was on my show trying to inform my people. You know what I mean? Because information is knowledge.
Yeah.
You understand? But I think it will not be fair if you don't let me give you data because I got raw data. You know
but I didn't say you can't give it to me. That's what I'm asking you. You do your prediction.
I can't make prediction.
No. Hold on, brother. You do the prediction with the candidate name, then follow up, back it up by the raw data. because we are already broken down the electoral map. We already did that over an hour and a half. Ask Pastor Sus and everybody. You keep late. So what you do now, you answer the question, oh, this person win based on the data I have, then we are giving 10 minutes to opine. We're giving you 10 minutes.
Okay, now normally I will not engage in that, because at the end of the day, I will party, bury, and what have you. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I will be undermining the NEC. If I'm going to come in my common share, like Brabi, if I can call that, I'm just trying to lay a premise. And I know why I'm shaking your head. But
man, normal behavior. Go ahead. I said, normal behavior.
So I will not engage into that kind of. I will not engage into that kind of comment, because at the end of the day, that will undermine the NEC, because they will say, "Oh, we know what we were doing," but since this is for information, I will also give you another breaking news. So my data, my raw data will come from the Unity Party side. They know what's up. You understand? I can send you all the information, AJ. I will not waste my time to read it. You will read it for them.
Okay.
And you will read the names that are involved in that document.
But you will also provide the total vote for CDC and UP tonight for record keeping.
Like I said, my data I have,
yeah.
Instead of me doing all I want.
Is that official? Is that official data or unofficial data?
I mean, don't question the man.
Hey. Let the man speak.
I'm going off 1 minute. I'll come back.
Malcolm, later on when the man finish speaking, then you can question him. I beg you, brother. Let's give the man time to open. I said go ahead and start opening.
AJ, hold on. I'm trying to forward you these documents, okay?
No, don't make Marco come in. I beg you. Take all the shit and open. Well, you cannot see that he trying to. I just say he trying to forward me. Brother, just open. Later on, you can forward me the document. If you want to forward it to me now, that's fine.
No, I want you to have it.
Okay.
So you be looking at the same thing I'm looking at.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, just be patient with me, my man.
All right. But you see, you are supposed to do that while you are waiting to speak.
But let me talk.
Exactly. See now, you see the man's a civil man. Let me talk while he look for his unofficial documents.
Forward me the document. Let Malcolm open.
You see, AJ, this is the reason why I said that I never wanted to go into conversation when it comes to unofficial document, because you see the way they're behaving. The way these guys are behaving with these data that they have obtained from wherever war rooms, it just shows that there's so much a question to be asked, even if those information were to be posted by NEC. Okay, look, the elections, those electoral data are public data. Okay, and I believe that it should be accessible to everyone. Everyone should be able to access those informations, regardless whether you are opposition or you support the ruling establishment, because it helps to provide transparency.
Can I come in now? I'm ready. I think AJ.
The man ready, Marco. The man ready.
No.
You see that they try to cut me or trying to give me.
Well, the man ready, man.
Because
you get
AJ, I'm gonna do this, okay?
All right,
I think we need to desist from this kind of behavior, because we're not in campaign season again.
Yeah.
Votes are already in. Give me the time. Let me talk. Then you can come in. Why you running campaign for? Who come and vote for you again? You understand?
Go ahead, my man. I will save my thoughts. Just go ahead. I will save my thoughts.
I'm just saying though. Let me just make this clear. Cause I'm not come here to come debate, bro. I'm not come here to come run campaign. Campaign season over. You in campaign feeling? I mean, like, I mean, victory move. You in campaign feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just giving you raw data, and the reason why I sent each of those documents, because it's coming from you guys. The document is not even from our side, it's from you guys. This is your plan B. I just sent to AJ. This is the unit. I challenge USC AJ. Read to the end. The men are playing for that document to go viral. And it went viral. It got in the wrong hands. They were sending in people inboxing Liberia. Like one of my boss sent me that information from Liberia. This is what they're planning, but they know the result. AJ, me, I will predict based on UP information. My prediction will come from UP information. So if I get it exact, that means UP knew the result. You understand? But look on top of that message. Please read me the 3 names that on top of that message.
No, I want you to do your presentation. This is your presentation. The panelists are listening, and we'd like to welcome Boniface.
No, but I want to authenticate my document. Read me the 3 names. That's all I asked you for.
The 3 names? All right.
That big UP man too. Just send it to me. That AJ man, a big UP man. Send it to me.
No, I'm now a UPS.
No, but it's easier for me to send it. AJ can send it to any of y'all, but it's easier for me to send it to me.
AJ, send it to me.
Let me put it in our war room.
Okay, yeah. Because AJ to that big UP.
And I know the war room.
No.
He can put it there.
Let me put it in the current situation analyst room. But no, I'm now let me make this clear, Octavius. I don't want you to spread rumor. I'm an independent liberal. I am not a UPist. I'm not a CDC.
Oh, but I thought you said you liberal straight because you said, boy, I said not
okay,
liberal.
AJ, me, I really now, please, you will not stop me. Let me, I mean, fly. You understand?
Go ahead, bro.
I just wanted to authenticate my whole proceedings. You understand? But we're laying the premise, but they made in campaign mode. Why I'm in victory mode. You understand? And this is why I wanted to start with the raw data first, so you know where I'm getting my argument from. But you told me to
in the current situation war room.
So based on their statement, I would say President Weah will win by 51.4%, while Joseph Boakai will drop to 48.6%. That would be my predicament based from what their information say. And you see on their information. Okay? But then now when we go back to my neutral discussion, is like when we look at the votes that are remaining, I will give you the content. I will not give you the content that are already now called. The content that are 100%, I will not give you those. But the content that are not 100%, I will give you the amount of polling places and the amount of numbers that are left, so you can see if it's in the opposition stronghold or it's in just President Weah stronghold. If you can differentiate the two, you will know where the elections is heading. But again, I see a UP told me today, say, just because seditions are sad, that means we feel like we lost the election. But what they're failing to realize is that CDC is getting to a point where it's a mature party. The way they used to act before, they're not the way you expect them to act now as a ruling party.
So
just because we come, that don't mean we lost.
So
we are the same people. When CDC want to get on the street, we can be the one stopping and say it's not appropriate to do. Because anything we do, the opposition will follow, the copycats. They never do anything they want to do. But if we do anything, they will react to it. And you see, Jaga Kolba, he put men on the street when they ask him, he said, because somebody else did it. But we need to, all the democracy we preach, or with all the technology, I don't want us to concentrate Liberia. How can the people say they come and change Liberia? They get all the technique, they smart. Then they go hire Ghanaian artists to bring in Liberia to teach them how to mind their vote. Ghana men want no experiential election. How you will teach you how to mind your vote? It makes sense. But they will say here and tell you, say they're educated. But they say, you know, one thing we say in America, numbers don't lie. You understand? Come tomorrow, we're going to see who the real doctor is. Bamboo or Divacola. Let that man can talk anything you want to say. I would say, most of the time I disagree with Octavia Gamer, but tonight for the first time, the man told the truth.
All right, so you sent information that have different pieces of different information, you know, and but you say you're using this to do your prediction, which is it came from the UP war room. It fell in the wrong hand and it went to you. Okay, we all know by your attire, you know, you pretty much a strong CDC supporter. You're strong CDC supporter, and we are Shin. So thank you for your prediction here. Even though the data that you gave, we cannot validate it, you know, but based on what you know, you have projected that you know, CDC have won this election, even though you guys like to jubilate, and we cannot see the jubilation on the streets of Monrovia, and we cannot see it on social media. Maybe it's you know, new tactics of sedition, you know, to remain calm until NEC announces the official result. But with that said, let's move on to Boniface, all the way from Liberia. Boniface.
But can I say something though, AJ, before you say that?
Yes.
Because you said something I said you cannot validate what I said, right?
Yeah.
And this is what can validate what I said. Okay. As for me, I'm a calculator. You understand? And let's hold me up to this. Everything that document say, if tomorrow the result come out and it's different, if they don't come up with those arguments, then don't say I'm lying. They're not gonna concede. This is their plan B. But they know the results. That's my argument. And that's my presentation. I didn't just send you documents to say I exposing them in there, but I challenging them if they're not what they will say tomorrow.
Thank you.
You understand? And that will validate what I'm saying because it's a leaked document. You understand?
Okay, thank you, Isaac. Thank you. Moving on here to Boniface. Boniface, thank you for joining us. I know it's a little bit late here. We've been on for 2 hours now, but yes. So we are giving strategic projection to net based on data that in front of you, data that will pretty much be very substantial when NEC give the final result, even if it's not accurate, but it's close, you know. But your projection should be, you know, something that you know, it will be in line with NEC presentation. All these guys have given that projection from you know, from a partisan standpoint. The network, which is current situation, run by me, the founder, and we also have another analyst who is a shareholder, and he's a objective guy too. He's not a partisan. So we have two individuals on the show who is not partisan, who is not partisan, me and Augustus. So we want to allow our panelists to give that projection. All right. Then from there, we're going to compare it with our data to give the final projection of the network. We don't want to rush. So, Boniface, who is the winner? Oh, you are not audible. Boniface, you are not audible. We cannot hear you. Go ahead and put in your Bluetooth. Boniface, can you hear us? Gentlemen, can you guys hear
me?
I can hear you now.
We can hear you now. All right, go ahead.
You got me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. So again, I want to say good evening, good afternoon, and how you doing? And I want to say thank you to the panelists. I want to say thank you too for moderating the show, and it's a good time again to be on. Oh, I was busy doing something. We're having a tireless and a sleepless night, working here and there. But again, I want to maintain that the CDC will win this election by 51.9, between 51.6, 51.9, and I still maintain that. And I am saying that because
we still observe.
Let me interrupt quickly. Last night you provided a figure. Do you stand by that figure, or you got new numbers? You got
And
new
that's
data?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because when you look at what have been counted from the different counties based on the percentage, you look at the United Party own stronghold and the level of work that we did there. If you look at the different numbers on the wall, all right, Nimba County have 736, and they have counted 518 polling places already out of that. With Lofa County 100%, you look at Mount Gibby also, and the few information that we have. So today, I can say for sure that it was previously, but one thing I want to firstly highlight here is today there were no much change. There were no much significant change, except where we jumped by 0.3 or 0.13, something around that. All right, and I still maintain my position that we are in today and USA tomorrow, but I know with today's NEC report, you will see the narrative will change. So my only question I've always asked some of my friends who call me, our phones kept ringing here and there. People want us to, be irresponsible, so to speak, or premature to assume that NEC is not doing the right thing. But now this is something. This is the hypocrite part of it. It is the same NEC today that they are hailing. You are not heard any complaint. Now National Election Commission is fair because Joseph Boakai was in the lead the first day, he was in the lead the second day. NEC is fair. So I hope with the same National Election Commission that are being fair from day 1 to day 2, I hope when the figures start to change, I hope our colleagues from the other side will still maintain their position as NEC is still being fair. Because it was this same NEC that brought Senator Darrell Zeron to power. It was this same NEC that just had the re-election of Nyombli Kanga and few other oppositions lawmakers within the corridor of our political arena. So it is that same NEC today that they are hailing, the NEC that was considered to be a CDC, selected commissioners. It is the same NEC. So our argument here is, for us, we are clear and we are resolute that our record shows that we will definitely win this election by a narrow margin. So when you look at the data I shared last night in the graph, you see that the margin there is not wide. Comparing it to the percentage that have been announced and what have been left, any man will still want to believe in that data, although it is not an official data from the National Election Commission, like I said last night, which I still maintain. So based on the percentage that have been announced and what is left, based on the draft that I provided last night, if you look at it and want to analyze it critically, then you see that there's nothing changed yet. We are still on course. So I don't want people to believe that because you were in the lead. If you read the front page Africa yesterday, the front page Africa was clear in their head and they said similar trends of the October 10 election is the same as the runoff election that is taking. People are not looking at those little information that are coming from stakeholders and other very credible institutions. Nobody referencing them because Joseph Boakai is in the lead. Tomorrow, when the announcement comes the other way around, you'll see our folks. Like as I read and announced, I read somebody from their chat room brought some information. I think Success, I don't know whether you saw that because it was in our FOW chat room. And the guys are trying to be, very smart enough with their normal gimmick. And they say, they are very tactical in their games. They say, don't be surprised that tomorrow, that was yesterday, that tomorrow the NEC third-day result will push the percentage that we might not be able to stand because the percentage left could catapult the CDC to a 51 plus 6 to 61. I mean 51 plus 9.
I saw that document.
I mean, you start bringing cheap propaganda here, man. What's that propaganda? Man, I can't show.
So based on all those information, you know, Liberia is a very interesting country. Everyone know everybody, so to speak.
Yeah, let me say something. Boniface, VK, let Boniface speak. Then from there, if you get any rebuttal, you can come in. Go ahead.
So we know exactly what our colleagues from the other side are going to learn this argument. And if you read one of my posts today, I said jokingly to some of our colleagues that for me, I'm already set with my red shoe marching to the Supreme Court. And take this for real. That is why the whole story will end. Because they will not agree. They see NEC today, they have praised. They see NEC result that they are celebrating and jubilating that they have won election. Joseph Boakai is the president-elect, according to their own reports and their records. Will be the see NEC tomorrow, they will start to chastise because that NEC will be bringing a result that will not be in their favor. So I just want to rest my case and follow the conversation as we come in, as we progress. Thank you.
Thank you, Boniface. VK, do you have any counter rebuttal?
Yeah, you know, I listened to the brother. He spoke well. There's the thing. First of all, I don't want us to bring propaganda here. CDC is known for creating Facebook chat rooms and writing things about people there and posting it online. I just saw it in our chat room. Those are all cheap propaganda. That's not going to work. No, the brother talk about the CNEC. When Ellen was in power, which NEC brought me Joey Senator? That was Joey NEC. The National Election Commission is not for an individual, it's for the country. How for the CDC lawmakers that were in power to anything that which NEC brought in power? Now they are NEC. But NCDC states that they cheated them doing the last two with the 2005 and 2011 election. But the lawmakers who won the election took seat, including the current president of Liberia, Mr. Mani Uya, who won the senatorial seat during that time. I mean, you know, when people come and make these arguments, sometimes I be wondering. No, they see NEC, they see NEC y'all were protesting against. When Mr. Uya won the senatorial election, you didn't say that the NEC was bad. Y'all danced with him and took him to the Capitol building, and he took his seat. They see NEC, bro, cars go to power. They see NEC, bro, the Muna pen on the power. And most of other CDC lawmakers today. And what LECDC, the National Elections Commission, is a body that does election irrespective of who's in the chair. The fact that my friends from the ruling party were yelling, talking over the last year is because they want to concoct something. They are depending on last hope. I mean, can the NEC do this for us? No, all our United Parties, sir, we're not celebrating the NEC. We are challenging the NEC. That's a very big difference, my brother Boniface. We're not celebrating NEC. We are challenging the NEC based on the same talent sheet that they gave all our people and based on the data we have collected. To say NEC, yeah, our data, you're putting on the data, and let's see how numbers can change from NEC on a computer to everybody else on a computer. So no, we are not here to celebrate NEC. We are challenging the NEC. We know what the NEC did the first round. We are challenging the NEC. The numbers can change. I don't know if my brother Boniface is a statistician or analyst, but at a certain point, the numbers, it doesn't change. And that's why you hear my friends on the TV say, oh, we're winning very close margin. Because in their minds, they believe that if they can cook the votes one or two places, maybe it can help them out. But I got news for you, my dear brothers and friends. There's nothing else you people can do to win the election. They will allow Brown Lasana Legacy can announce the result from now to January 1st. It will not change the results of the election. Maybe I will go to court because I read one post from my friend David Royalty while in Liberia, and he was discussing the issue about even the standard CDC and saying that the election, there were irregularities in the election. Can you imagine the ruling party, members of the ruling party talking about irregularities in elections? It's because you guys know, they know the numbers. When CDCs come out here now, they're not discussing the number, they are discussing sentimentality. Oh, that the NEC, the president, nobody is praising NEC. Because even when CDC was an opposition political party, They won elections in the Toksi under the previous administration, and they were still condemning the National Election Commission, James Fromoya, and the other guy from there. They called Jim Comer the most corrupt man. But when people won election, they didn't call Jim Comer corrupt. They accepted the seat and they went and took that seat. So that's the same thing. To come here and want to play a double standard and be hypocritical, or that they see NEC. Look, my brother, we are challenging NEC to give the results that in everybody's hand. We have our results. And if those results go contrary, we have the ability to erect a checkpoint and say, NEC, show us how your own result in your computer can change when other people's result in that computer doesn't change. And NEC has a judicial duty to make an explanation to its citizens. When people have a number that say A and that number say B, they have the right to explain that number. Let people look at it and say, okay, no, I mean, NEC was right. So yes, if we look at numbers and those numbers do not correspond to what we have the right to go to the court and say, Mr. Supreme Court, can you allow the NEC to give us the breakdown of these numbers? Let's see where the numbers came from. Let them bring the documentation to prove those numbers. And that's what good democracy is. It's not about CDC or for United Party. It's what democracy is. In America, we're here. When election finish, you know how many court cases can happen? People are in court challenging results so that the electoral body or that state or that city can produce the results and produce the evidence of those results. So that's what we are going to do. We have our results. We know what the results is. If NEC, if the CDC and the NEC thinks that they can play with it, or it will be very close and they are making up their own number, those results will be challenged for them to show the documentation and proof and show how they got to that number.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cabo. Here, I think Boniface want to report. So now, General, we are on.
Just like 1 minute, just 1 minute, folks.
Yeah, Boniface, I will give you time to open. Right now, we are on a rebuttal segment. You know, because everybody have pretty much present, and we are on rebuttal. So, if Boniface report, if any CDC want to do a follow up, what Mr. Cabo said.
But I wanted to answer to him before.
So this is the few clarity I wanted to provide. So I did not say in my explanation that, and again, let me get it right. The brother said he is not challenging what NEC is saying because it was the same NEC. Now the point is, it was not this same NEC. The CDC time he spoke about, it was a Jean Fromoya who was once serving as a candidate on the UPTK, and what the other guy named Kokoya, who also ran on the UPTK, as compared to this NEC that he want to reference. Now, the second point I want to clarify quickly is, if it is true that what he said concerning the data in their possession and what NEC will provide at the end of the day, if it does not correspond, then the next remedy will be the court. Then my point will be, I hope the court decision will not be seen by them as a Supreme Court being a partisan Supreme Court. That is the point I wanted to make. Thank you.
My brother, let me just say, let me just 1 minute report. Look, the James Comey you are talking about, the CDC said he was covered in the United Party. This current Devon Brown Lassana is going to be the former girlfriend of President Weah. So we should not go there. We know that.
You get proof of that?
I said, what you call it? I get proof. I said she said to be the former girlfriend of President Weah.
You need to speak when you get proof. You can't make a sweeping allegation. But for Fromoya and the other guy, they ran on their tickets. For Fromoya and the other guy, they ran on UP ticket.
Now they make Jeffrey. You can be sentimental about our business.
No. We're not sentimental. Provide the record. We are seeing Kokoya was a member of United Party. He ran on United Party ticket. How do you know? How can we know? This is a public platform. Provide. We are willing to provide you James Fromoya records as a candidate on the United Party ticket.
Okay, please provide me that record. I've given you a record, and I'm willing to bring people to substantiate that claim also. So when you bring James Fromoya record,
AJ, can you, AJ?
Yes.
But the last thing I want to say is,
give the mention, then you finish.
The last thing I want to say to that point you were making is, The numbers are going to Supreme Court. If the numbers are if Supreme Court see one and say two, people will say. But if the numbers are the numbers, and I believe that the Supreme Court can accept the Supreme Court want to be one of this. I'm not going to dishonor the court, because I'm not going to put the cart before the horse. But the numbers are the numbers. If the NEC cannot provide clarity on numbers, the Supreme Court will not agree with the NEC. The Supreme Court, the same Supreme Court who the NEC boss in and say there is no law that say the FRR must be produced before the election. And when the Supreme Court also know there's a law that say that the FRR should be produced 1 month before the election. So what I'm saying to you is,
Produced to who? The FRR produced to who?
not only to the public, but it should be on a thumb drive and give
Be to the magistrate, not to you.
No. To the political actors also.
No. To the magistrates. And the question was even asked yesterday and was clarified. The FRR should be produced to the local magistrate office.
The magistrate works for the NEC. They can't produce a magistrate. They say put it in the thumb drive and produce it to the political.
It must be produced to the magistrate, brother. That is not the law.
The magistrate works for the NEC. But guess what? The Supreme Court meant
that is where you must go to obtain it. It is not to be provided to you as a party.
My man, the NEC was mandated in the day and they provided that information to the political party. But the point I'm making here is, again, as I said, my friends in the CDC want to be saying, look, we are not sending better numbers online. You're waiting for day 10, waiting for day 15, it does not help your case. The statistical analysis of what we have seen is that these workers are done. This election is done. CDC is they're gonna go and they're gonna maybe they'll be on the show tomorrow. My brother Boniface and Sunset will begin to money quarter back about what happened. But there's no other way for them to change it. And look, God can come and help you and change the numbers. One plus one equal 2. The fact of the matter is, our friends are here in an election that they said they were doing so well in our country. We are doing so well. The best president, the this, that, and the third. But yet they are telling us he will win by a very slim margin. Why in the world do you hear that? Look, anywhere in the world you hear an incumbent president telling people they must wait for day P so that he will win by a slim margin, it tells you those people are in trouble. They know they have lost the election.
That's not true. That's not true.
They are hoping.
Let's bring Isaac in. Vicky,
they are hoping for some level of cheating.
Vicky, I think Isaac got a follow-up question for you. Isaac fired up. Vicky,
Isaac fired up the question, bro. Yeah.
My man, mine is running not a question. AJ.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes y'all in Iowa over there, right? When VK speak like this and he run for Liberian community president, it's worrisome.
No, but Isaac, let us speak to the issue.
No, let us speak. My man, come on, y'all cannot tell me how to do my presentation. The man was talking about how you
Gentlemen,
before Isaac,
no,
you're not going to tell me to go ahead.
No. Let me say this to Isaac. Isaac, Liberian community is a community that will do free of charge.
I don't care. No, man, you're not going to tell me how.
Who told you about DSC about Liberian community?
What kind of nonsense is that?
I say what I want to say in your anger.
You can express yourself how you want to express yourself. I can't express myself.
I'm only guarding the.
You guys. You
No,
guys
but-
are hypocrite.
No,
You are hypocrite.
guarding the
You are
conversation.
hypocrite, my man.
No, I'm only guarding the conversation. Yeah. So, BK, can you please?
But the brother there is not realistic. How can you say seditions? My man, we are intellectual and we are learned people. You don't stereotype people by those kind of arrogant statement. What do you mean?
That's not an arrogant statement.
That being arrogant, you say seditions. How equipped are you to tell people that seditions, that's how they behave? You are even more arrogant and more more powerful.
Why we being so emotional?
You just started. So if you are just proving my point, I didn't have to go far for you to say.
No, you have proven no point. There's no point be proving here. You have been very vindictive. What can you give? Even the moderator is trying to cut you off just so that you can give your colleague the chance to speak. You spoke here for meetings. can you give chance to the
Gentlemen, let us be peaceful, guys. Let us be peaceful, man. Y'all calm down. Let us be peaceful and have fun.
No, but he was speaking, and everybody listened to him. He doesn't have monopoly over knowledge of the show. The moderator is trying to cool him down so that the brother who are being given the floor to speak.
I wanted to tell you, brother, that when
I
you
got you.
we're talking about
You can come up and give the brother a chance.
I said, thank for your patience. VK,
that's how you act.
Hey, but VK, let a man speak. I beg you, brother. Yeah, VK, I said.
You are even showing your limit. You keep showing your limitation. You said that's how we are, and you are being interrupted. You are interrupting the guy when you are not even being called upon by the moderator to speak. No. This guy invented being arrogant. Is that being?
Again, as I said,
Gentlemen, can we keep the conversation?
Nobody use it better on you. You try to.
Okay, y'all rely on that.
I spoke to Isaac, and Isaac came at me personally.
You are protected, Isaac.
President has to do what we're talking here.
Okay, you are protected, Isaac. Maybe Isaac trying to build his premise. VK, let's wait a year for him. I will give you time to rebut. VK, thank you very much. Isaac, I was just trying to guide a conversation, but I'll give you time to open. VK might respond to you, but VK, don't interrupt Isaac. I beg you guys. Let's keep the show professional. Isaac, fire up.
Thank you, AJ. And again, I must say this, right? When we come here to discuss these things, we're not coming here to do favoritism. You understand? When it comes to Liberia, VK, I know you very well. AJ, I know you very well. You know, y'all know me from Iowa. When it comes to Liberia, I ain't got no friends. Before, when we talk about people that will talk about leadership in Liberia, we will validate you. And sometimes when I talk to Liberians and I say, I know some of these guys that are pushing Joseph Boakai, is because I know you. If I cannot speak on what you're doing in your community, then how you want me to identify you? You can address the president how you want to, but as soon as I address you, you want to jump here and bust everybody. Like, you think that you be like you guys are the one that are making people misbehaving like Bureau because of your mindset. You don't want to speak on your own like America. My man, AJ, hold me up to it. You know me personally. You know who I am. I'm about my money. You understand? So you can say that all you want. VK, you know me. You don't know nothing about me. One thing you will know, when you see me, I'm about my money. I don't be nowhere for free. I associate with people that I know. You know that. So if you cannot validate me for who I am, I'm not going to come here and let you say that and post you and fake and I'll say you know something about Liberia when you don't, because you're not informed. All that thing, Leme is not an informed supporter of UP. Leme was recruited by Vanisaki. You okay? He's not getting data that's supposed to be given. UP people are not making the noise that man making. Real UPs are not causing noise like that man. They're not willing to conceive, but they don't know what to do. You understand? So when they come here the toilet, they know that men don't know nothing, but they feel like just because you can speak English, you got a point. We got raw data. Everything we're giving you here. That's why I wanted to tell you, AJ, when you look at the votes that are remaining, I was not going to call the whole entire thing, right? I was going to give you the content that are left with the votes that are remaining, so you can do the math. You understand? It's not. Most of those places are president, we are strong. What the man is basing an argument on. I told you that document I just sent you. That's their complaint they put together and it got leaked. It got sent to me.
But I say, let's leave that document that you sent. Say, okay, let's just say you didn't receive that document. Let's do the argument based on, or let's do the presentation based on your data you have. Just say if you don't, if you have not intercepted or that person have not intercepted that document. So I want you to present an argument based on your own data, because I'm a little bit, confused here. Well, I would not use the word confused. But
okay, but this is why I wanted to tell you. This is why that's why I laid that premise from the jump, right? I said, AJ, normally, for me, not for myself now, but knowing the kind of opposition we got, I will not engage into those kind of conversation because they are very immature. Just because I wear party beret, You understand?
All right. So
So I will not engage that, but my prediction I gave you was based on their document I received. You understand? And I'm pretty sure it must be accurate because I believe they know the result, but they're trying to build a rebuttal to the result. You understand? That's their complaint. They just drafted and somebody happened to send it to me. You understand? But what I will tell you with the data I also got from the Election Commission, because this is why I told you, AJ, I don't want to read everything. Like Grand Bassa have over 189 polling places left. You understand? And after that, Grand Cape might have about 24. Grand Gila have about 34. Grand Crew have about 28. Maryland has about 1. And then the display for Ma, it has about 207. Nima only have 150. When you do the number, there's almost 785, 83 votes out there. Polling places, not vote, but polling places out there. And then when they say that Alex say they not win election, I will tell you, sir, Joseph, based on their information, that's why I'm taking my prediction from there. So if they say how I get my information, that's my source. Joseph Boakai will end up at 48 point something, and President Weah will be at 51.4. I sent it to you, my man. I told you that from the beginning. But that information, my source is from the United Party because they know the result, but they are not willing to concede. Now they're starting different tactics. That document I sent you, you can see Martin Colley Leone, and Omar something, and Mike. Those are the youth from JMB. You saw the youth name, Progressive Youth of JMB, for JMB. You understand? So that's why I'm getting my prediction from. But when Valiku come here and address the president how he want, and nobody can address him, my man. No, when it comes to Liberia, I ain't got no friend. Because you over here acting like say you know what you're talking about when you really don't know what you're talking about. And when you running for when people like you running for the community president, it scares me. Because your mindset, how can a young man like you think that the only alternative to put Liberia on the right path was to go to an 87, 80 or 90-year-old papi? That's like you not get love for the country. Because you put in the country back, think that President Weah learned 6 years ago that if Joseph Boakai going to learn again, who lose at the end of the day? Right now, if you re-elect President Weah, he's not going to start from anywhere. He's going to start from where he was already at. So it will speed up the process. The country will progress. But you want to go give it to an old man like Joseph Boakai. So you can go start. What about what President Weah was 6 years ago? Stop at the end. And this
I say we will give VK 3 minutes, and but I would like to say thanks to Pastor Sosa and Malcolm for being patient. Let's speed up here. But we'll give VK 3 minutes to report, then Pastor Sosa, then from there Malcolm, then we'll go back to Octavius. So VK, we gave you 3 minutes to report.
Yeah, thank you. I don't got much to say on this issue. As I said, when these brothers come here, look, as they know me and knowing. I just when I talk politics and I talk Liberian politics, I speak politics based on your party. Your party affiliation does not in any way make me to feel that what your knowledge or what you know is. The problem with you people is when we don't agree with you, then you want to question our knowledge of what we know because we are not in agreement with you. If I had been a seditious or I have agreed to be a seditious, you will not be saying this. But because I have not agreed with you now, that's what you're saying. The first thing you guys have to learn is to be tolerant, that we all will not have the same views and will not all agree on political affiliation. That's the first thing we got to learn. Once we know that, then we are able to discuss the issue. Me and Success, we don't have the same political view, but we want to discuss issues and come to a conclusion. I don't have the whole man, you're a pastor and I can't believe this. No, because the main views are different. And he's allowed to have those views, and I can have differences of views with him, and we can still meet on the same level and discuss the issue. The problem with you people is you equate our differences in views to a personal matter that I don't have anything to do with. Look, I'm secure myself. I'm still my leadership. Anytime we're going to discuss leadership anywhere, I can go there and discuss it. But we are discussing the Liberian presidency, and Judge Weah happens to be the president of Liberia, so he will be the person that will be discussed. And actually, right now, I'm not even discussing Mr. Weah. We are discussing the numbers that are going to the presidency. So I'm here, I came here tonight, and all night I discussed the numbers. I think me and Boniface spoke, and I spoke, and we spoke on the issue of what the numbers say and what the numbers don't say in Supreme Court. And that's where I leave this conversation. I don't go personal. I don't think I have to go personal. But again, I said, my brothers in the CDC believes that that's the way they have to go. Look, my brother, you have your numbers. We have data. I have enough raw data that have been crushed, and we know our numbers. You have your numbers, keep your numbers. When NEC get a number and CDC believe that the number is against them, let them use the code. When NEC get a number and we say, look, these numbers are what we have, and NEC has given wrong numbers, we'll go to the court and say, Uncle Court, you please let NEC explain these numbers. And look, everything else, I don't know if what AJ posted in our current situation chat room is what you are referring to as a documentation. No, those things are cheap propaganda, which I will not even want to respond to. Those are propaganda, and I will not respond to that. But we have our numbers. And our numbers are telling us the story. And Mr. Joseph Yuma Boaka is the president-elect of the Republic of Liberia. If you have your number and say otherwise, that's okay. That's fine also. And we can come here and debate the numbers. And we can say to each other, look, this is what my numbers say. Look, the percentages you're talking about are those votes. And it is 70% of the vote. It does not change much. And at the end of the day, it's not going to flip those numbers. Because even the vote you're getting, Mr. Boaka can vote in packets of places that will offset those numbers. That's how numbers work. So, no, CDC is not magically going to flip these numbers over tomorrow. You got less than 20, they say it is, you got less than 24% of the votes that are not counted. The chances of CDC flipping these numbers is like, it's like a camel going through the eyes of the needle. It's almost impossible. And that's why we're discussing. I don't want us to no. Listen, I can agree that a 70-year-old may do better than a young man if I see his record that he has not done well. It doesn't change anything about me. So I think let's discuss the issue on the surface and leave these personal things because that's not work for us. At all ages and at all different levels, people are leaders. And so just because somebody is older doesn't mean they can't be a leader. It doesn't mean that they cannot perform well. But what I'm saying is now, sir, the CDC understands the number. The people who in the CDC that already know the numbers, they know they're already defeated. They are just waiting. Let me say this fact. Let me close on this, AJ. In 2017, when CDC were winning the elections, they did not wait for NEC to announce. They were announcing our results everywhere. They announced our results everywhere in our country. If you tell lying, go back to the videos in 2017. CDCs were on radio. Their campaign team in a war room, they were announcing the results. The everybody said to them, oh, but you're not next to announce the result. No, they announced the result, and next announced the same result because they had the C sheets. Why is it now that our other people get the C sheets and they say they win, and they are just letting the people know that, okay, these are the numbers, and I see the number next year, all of a sudden CDC won't wait for them. When the CDC started respecting NEC, the next to wait for them. In 2017, they did not wait. The numbers don't lie. My brother Michael is here. The numbers are not lying.
Thank you.
The UP, my man, on Friday, and I know we have no show tomorrow. Our next show is on Sunday, so that is there one with the
we are having a show this whole week because we have.
So tomorrow evening we'll be here, and the numbers is going to tell the story that we are telling you. The UP is winning this election.
Thank you. All right, thank you, VK. Here, let's move to Pastor Success here. Pastor Success, at this time now, I mean, we started at 7:30 here, so I think we are exhausted our time. So what I'm going to do, we have to be fair here, so we're going to give everybody 7 minutes for closing statement, closing argument.
Yeah, before I close, it's still I'm quiet because no matter what in politics, there are certain level or there are certain route you don't take. You know, people, despite they are in the public space, be it in a political space or the space of leadership, let us understand that these people are family people, they are stakeholders, and they are people who should be respected. And AJ, you can't have one of your panelists coming here and speaking very, very disrespectfully to the president of the country that David Edward Asana Brown is into a sexual affair with the president. Those kind of things, if I were moderating, the first thing I do, I will cut you off. Until you come back, you have to retrieve that statement because that's not what the platform is meant for.
I can't, but Pastor Soda, I can't call the man up when he make that statement. You guys can pretty much do a follow-up question for him to provide.
I'm not going to do follow-up because you know what?
I can't.
I'm not going to do follow. You know what? I'm not going to do follow-up. Their platform have a standard. This platform has a standard.
I know. So they don't accuse Donald Trump, Joe Biden, all these guys. Then Obama, they don't accuse them. They accuse them on national discussion platform.
Hello.
So when you guys had a panelist to rebut him.
I'm not going to discuss that. It will open up Pandora box where people will have the right to just say anything because they want to say it. Fine. But for me, if I was sitting in your shoe tonight, I'm telling you, I will cut him off and I will tell him that this platform is not meant for this. If you have such thing, you can say it somewhere, but not on the platform. That is, you lambaste somebody's character. It's an assassination of character. But however, let me let it be because it seems to be you giving it accreditation.
No, I don't give it accreditation. The similar thing happened last night when who came on? Roland came on and he challenged. He did not even challenge. He told Octavius that you are not the second co-producer in Liberia right away. What did we do? We told him, said, well, you can just make that statement because you know why? You got to do a follow-up on the man. Ask him, say, where is your location? Where is your address? Where is your company name? Let me do a follow-up and do a research. So if that man make the statement, I expect the panelists to debunk. You know?
No, but we excuse me, for me, I asked him that if he said, and he was vehemently saying we must provide record that the former chairperson of NEC was a partisan. All right, we did.
Yeah,
but it's okay. It's okay. Let me go to my issue.
Okay, but thank you. Go ahead.
I sent you a document in the chat room. Can you put it on the screen for me?
You just sent it, Pastor Sosa?
The last document I sent you in current situation chat room.
All right. Let's see here.
Current situation media analyst in our chat room. Go to the document.
Let's see here. The one that came from you with the graft.
Yeah, it's in the SLS, store with the graph.
Yeah, the percentage of polling places counted. Then you got CDC and UP, right?
Yeah, can you put it up for me?
Yeah, I can put it on the chart. All right, hang on there.
Bring it up. Okay. Can you zoom in a little bit if it's possible?
Zoom it in, not zoom it out.
Can you go ahead? Pastor Sosa, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's Zoom now.
Okay. So, AJ say is at your end. Can you read just the final percentage at the bottom for the two parties?
Say that again.
Can you read the final percentage at the bottom for the two parties?
So before I read this, where are you getting this data from now?
Can you read my data where I'm picking you?
I understand. We just want to do some validation here. Where are you getting this data from? Yeah. Are you getting it?
It's from within. It's from within. It's not net official. It's from within.
Okay. It's all right. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. So what do you want me to read?
The fund at the bottom, it has the percentage for the party.
Yes. We got UP 49.34% and CDC 50.66%.
Okay. They gave you the total number of votes?
The total number of votes, yeah.
Read it.
UP, we got 7,069, 996. And CDC, we got 790, 506.
So I told you earlier that would be in that range. We have a difference of 7,000 plus vote that we're going to win. My brother Boniface and said the same thing. Look, let me say this to you. You know, people don't follow me. But you can get it off the street. I'm done with it. You can get it off. Somebody need to mute your phone. Somebody keep going in and out of the place. You need to mute your phone. Let me say this. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me say this. There's one election, the October 10 election. Everything Spoon said, Spoon TV, was like basically first round victory, and they were very authentic. They said everything they were saying were very authentic. Let me put it that way. They said it was factual. They had a fact and information. Joseph Boakai won the election to the point that a very irresponsible former net boss who were very irresponsible and unprofessional as a former next boss to undermine the integrity of the commission. We told you that the election George Weah will win it in the first round. And it was proven that George Weah won it in the first round. Again, we are here tonight. People are jubilating, celebrating all over the place. A couple of people I want to work today keep bunking on my phone, calling me, only because they want to laugh and make some little mockery of me that they have won the election. Today, again, they are believing Spoon. They have brought a data analyst in the name of Amara Kone, who have analyzed the vote. And based on his statistics, they are now claiming that they have won the election. Today in Liberia, the Justice Ministry put out a release warning individuals to desist from pre-victory. If you want that communication, I can forward it to you. You are muted.
I said, please forward that communication. I did not come across it today.
I will send it to you, right? So the guys from the United Party, that elect of VK, who have been out of Liberia, like my own brother Macon from, I don't know, 20 plus years, they don't understand how the political terrain of our country play out. They sit behind the comfort of the United States and use the social media and carry on propaganda and think that the people, I told you, Grand Bassa vote will claim very immensely because as the vote gravitated from Buchanan, started to go into the hinterland, they vote. The way the people in the hinterland vote is different from the way we vote in the urban. So it will change. And at the end of the day, we'll come here tomorrow with all the sharp mob my brother Vicky making here. At the end of the day, what they will end up doing is to drive to the Supreme Court and say, oh, there was a fraud, there was a foul. And that is why they are already finding alternative means about fraudulent acting on in the election. All right? All these guys within the Union Party, they're all over the place, jubilating because they're leaving. Fine, which is good. Let them jubilate. Net is credible. When that was not credible yesterday, we spoke to the point that we told the whole world that we're not prepared to go to the phase 2 of the election because we found that net is not credible in 2011. And that was the reason CDC up to today will still celebrate the November 11. Is that November? Yeah, November 11. We call it the bloody 11. Because when they came in that company and killed sedition, because we said the election was not credible and we're not going to the runoff. So I want to be on record on the show that yes, indeed, we have discredited before the National Election Commission under the watchful eye of Joseph Nima Bwaka and Manuel Henderson Joseph said when they came on a fraudulent act with the elect of Jim Fumoya read official communication from NEP declaring CDC as the winner of the first round, and later he said, oh, it was an oversight, a mistake. Who in the world in such a very crucial situation will come and make that kind of silly mistake? But so that's how Union Party behave. They are starting again on this one. But brother, CDC is fully prepared and ready for you guys. Tomorrow, NEC will announce it. And when NEC announce it, you'll go to the Supreme Court or you'll put your people in the street. One good thing you're there for all your level of hot water bottle.
Thank you.
When you're coming to the street, we'll pay you with the hot water.
Thank you, Pastor Success. Yeah, and going forward here, I just wanted to say something. I could bring in Malcolm here again from the group on office. Thank you for your closing argument or statement here and your projection tonight. But what I want to say here is what we're going to do here is I think going forward here, we have some serious concern on any of the panelists or how things were presented on the show live. I pretty much suggest that we discuss it in the war room, in our situation room. You know, I mean, we can get a little bit upset, but let's bring it back behind closed door. Because usually I will call everybody, I will check on everybody, and I'll make sure everybody give that input on how things going. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, Malcolm, you got 7 minutes to close.
Yes, sir. Great show, guys. You know, it was intense. I love the intensity. You know, and all of this going, all of this going to fade away. Okay, we're going to be buddy again. We're going to be friends. We're going to sit at the bar, at the club. You know, and you know, be like normal people.
But your man Success say he can't go to the club. Well, I just saw him dancing.
That man, nobody went to the club more than that man been doing his time. I'm telling you.
But let me say something, Marco. I will let you speak.
Yeah.
When the election kind of political season kind of toned down, we'll have a discussion to see if a pastor or man of God can go into a club, because the people, when they hear the word club or bar, you know, they have a different meaning, different connotation, you know, different perception. But we'll leave that for when the election season toned down.
Yeah, that would be a great topic. Yeah, that would be a great topic.
Yeah.
But I want to focus on a couple of things. So let's look at the theory or the ideology of the CDC executive. I mean, when I'm saying executive, because I'm seeing a lot of them are singing the same songs. my brother Boniface came on the show a couple of times. I think this is his second or third time on the show. He mentioned, remember, I think if anyone can recall, he mentioned that in 2011, CDC won the elections, right? But they were cheated, and because of PSA, other international partners, and including our traditional ally, which is the United States, came in and said, "Oh, Mr. Weah, you are young." I mean, nobody was in that meeting. Only Sidishan and Manaseli and the Council of Churches, and like I said, every other entity.
Clarity.
Oh,
Clarity.
why can I gotta make my point. You will come in, please.
No, but you quoting me now. You quoting me. So I need clarity.
But I have not even learned my thought yet. And you stay,
now. You quoted me, say Boniface said. So, Honorable Presiding, can I provide clarity?
Well,
if it's not sustained, I'll rest my case.
Yeah, let Malcolm proceed, because after Malcolm, we're coming straight to you. So what you can do is you can provide clarity in your presentation and rebuttal. Go ahead, Malcolm.
Yes. So as I was saying, you see, these kind of a mindset would not work, and even ECOWAS have been warned or have been told that the future of Liberia will never be, negotiated, or it is not negotiable. Okay, if we are winning fairly, he wins it. Whoever wins it fairly, they wins it. That's democracy. But we cannot, encourage any form of, a negotiation to say, oh, you know what, for peace sake. If this is going to jeopardize the peace and stability of our country, that's democracy. We should respect that. And I believe Mr. Weah and the CDC should respect that. So let us just leave that theory. And I want to concentrate on the data issue. Look, data, especially for NEC data, is a public record. So I think any political institution that is participating, into the electoral process should be able, he or she or the members, including the entire public, should be able to have access. Those information should be accessible to every Liberian, not only every Liberian, to our international partners. So it will provide transparency within our democratic process. Okay. So we shouldn't be, having numbers, public documents that I think it will be helpful for everyone that sees it. We see numbers, we see UP numbers, like compared to what is on NEC website, because those are the official and credible numbers. We compare them, and then we start making our analysis. But when you say you're keeping document public records, look, electoral data is a public records. And not just, I know you guys have your way of doing things, but in reality, when we look at the logic, it's a public record. It should be placed out there for everyone to see it, for transparency. Okay? It shouldn't be in secrecy. So I just want to, I know I'm not going to use all my 7 minutes, but I just want to lay out there. And that's why I never want to give credence or even go involved into that whole unofficial stuff. And again, it is unofficial, so that's why I'm not even going to waste too much time on it. Now, if you bring it out, what we're presenting out to the public is official, because these are information, these are numbers that were presented or that was provided to our representative on site, that look, this is what the UP has, okay, or this is what the CDC has in terms of data or numbers. Then we see the transparency. Then we see the credibility. But you cannot kind of sit down and be keeping numbers and people modifying information and auditing all of a sudden you say we should give, we should consider that would be credible. Those are not credible numbers. Let's be serious, guys. So I rest my case, brother.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking within the time frame here. You spoke less than 5 minutes. So, Boniface, it's all yours.
Yeah, so the first clarity I wanted to provide, and I'm very sure that the show have a pre-recording system where we can go back to the archive and reference what all was said during the former or the past show. I said and I maintain that it was said and it is on file, it is on record by our traditional leaders who said the 2011 elections was compromised in their presence. Chizaza Kawa was there, Ellen Johnson, Buckeye was there, and Buckeye and Ellen pleaded with George Weah and his team that because of age and to keep the country at peace, 2017, I got it 2023, Buckeye should have left the scene. I did not say our traditional allied America. That's the clarity I wanted to provide. I said our traditional leaders, the traditional council, and it is on record. You can go to OKFM, right? OKFM page. I can share it with you so that you can put it up in your strategic room and you will hear that recording. I'm not saying United States. That's the clarity I wanted to provide. Now, few things I will say quickly. One of the brothers said seditionists are very intolerant. Seditionists are those who don't agree to others' opinion, most especially when you disagree. The clarity there was, in fact, this is the irony of what was said, because in most time it is the UPAs, and you can go back to all of their different posts, from their leaders to the laymen. Vote Labiro, vote Labiro, vote Joseph Boakai, vote Labiro. So that tells you that the other folks on the other side, we from the other side, are not Liberians. So that is why you see the segregation is high. So for him to kind of say Sidisha Ado when you not agree with them, and then they can no, it's not true. It's not true. If that was true, you would not found many opposition working in the CDC-led government. All right. If we were going after people, there are many. In fact, my immediate boss at the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, she's not a UPAS. The Deputy Minister of Administration there, she's not a UPAS. I'm sorry that I have to go to these names. I mean, I call it's not seditions. They are not. All right. So to sit here and say, oh, the sedition go after people when you not support them, in fact, it is the other way around. We have been called names. We have been called names. The moment you say you're not for Joseph Boakai, it means you take kush. You can smoke, you can drink, you have drank your hair. When you wear the red barrel, you bring twists. All the kind of different categorization of our presence and our personality have been called. Somehow we have never drank. I don't drink, I don't smoke in my life. And this is a public challenge. Everybody who knows me as a young man or a man, I don't drink, I don't smoke. So to believe that everybody who support the CDC are people who are a bunch of hooligans and drugs addicts, that is wrong. And we must discourage people from characterizing other people because of their political ideology. And that is exactly the UPAs. As soon enough for them. Henry Kosa was with them yesterday, he was a hero. Today, he not for them. The men are ungrateful men. He wicked. He not get job. Oh, but the men never had job all alone. You work with him. Oh, today he not get job. He's no more your hero. And you can go ahead naming them. As soon as you support them, you are the best. The moment you leave from their space, you are the worst. All right. Now let's come back to my final closing. Again, I'm maintaining my position and I'm maintaining my statement that the CDC will win this election. So if somebody will say, why should a ruling party be talking about and will win narrowly? No, but for the past 6 years, UP have been on their heel with propaganda against this government. The records are there from June 7. How many months old the CDC government was in power when the June 7 protest, the famous June 7 protest, was staged in Monrovia? We all saw it. It was just a few months after our inauguration. And we saw what happened. Just after the June 7, we saw the 16 billion protest, the 25 million mobile exercise. and different protests on the record. If you can go back and check. So to say, why should the ruling party be? Because you, in fact, if you have claimed for the past 6 years that Joshua is incompetent, Joshua have not done anything, then it means by now your video should have even been for October 10. Because if you so believe that you are sophisticated and you did well in your 12 years, then it means your retaining power should not be as difficult as you are fighting all around and providing propaganda and falsehood among the people. Now, saying, oh, what sedition and no sedition, the court to announce their result, but you don't know sedition, we are ruling party. A man in opposition is a different man. Governance is different from political party. We are now the party maintaining governance. So you want us to be an opposition? Oppositions are there to keep the government feet to fire. So you want us to do the thing we did when we were in opposition? Hell no, we can't. Because now we are the governing party. It's like you are in the glass house, you don't throw stone. So you know the reason why you can call back other people when you saw the president mother and go free? It didn't because you can call back the only men that get louder mouth, sorry to use the word, or the louder voice, who know how to abuse and use those kind of F voice against the level of the presidency, and nobody go after him. You think because he's so strong, you think that giant like iron him? But because we are the ruling party, to maintain the peace, we must allow the voice of the people, no matter how painful it is, because you have to keep the sanity of the state. So as maintain my position that the election will be won, and it will be won by the CDC. And if those who will not agree, like I heard the brother saying, which I appreciate and support him, we should all use the legal means. We should go to the court, because that is where the remedy of whatsoever situation that we go through in our country must be found, because that's what our law calls for. All right. So I want to say thank you again for keeping me, and I'll always be available as we continue. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Here. Guys, no, but guys, hold on now. I got a final question for you guys here. I know the final question might be a stretch here, but this is the final question here for and I will start with anyone here. So my question here is this: looking at the stats that is currently on NEC website, looking at 86.7, rounded up be like 87% of the votes have been received. All right. Looking at out of 5,890 polling places, 5,107 have been have reported that vote. And also looking at Joseph Boakai slightly in the lead, okay? And also looking at the counties that still have votes to be counted or reported, that you guys in some of your war room, you have already received them. Can you guys take 5 minutes each to tell the audience that maybe just joining us? All right. How, this question first is going to sedition. How can CDC pull this up? We start with Pastor Success.
It's late for me to do that calculation, but I'll just give you a little example. Vote per county, right? For example, let me just do the quick mathematics. It won't take me long. For example,
yeah, take your time, and no, that's why I say it might stretch. But this is a very question I saved for the last, even though we broke down everything. But go ahead. I want for CDC to pretty much reassure, the viewers, the audience, that people, because all the information, we all agree, all the information on that website is authentic, it's official, it has been validated. So that little 13%,
I'm taking NEMA first.
Yes,
I'm
go
taking
ahead.
NEMA. So, as per the record in our possession, or let me go to NEC record. NEMA, where is NEMA? NEMA is 109.694 for UP, right? Then minus minus 43,564.
Yes.
How much do you have there?
No,
66,130 votes.
That's the margin.
That's the margin
Yes.
for now, right? Now, look at that margin. When you look at that margin, and I just take the margin. If I take that margin and I go to Maryland, I got 35,000 in Maryland. They got 7,000. So instead of margin 35,000 against their figure, I will march 25,000 against this figure from Maryland. I will say their figure in there, but I just margin it against 25,000. We should be about 10,000 reserve. I margin against 25,000 minus 25,000. How much do you have? You have 41,130. Okay, 41,000. So if I match that way with the vote I got from one of their stronghold called Grand Cayman County, or let me not go to that stronghold. Let me maintain my stronghold. One of my stronghold right here is that Grand Cru? Grand Cru is 40,000. Greg will get 20,000 for me. Somebody I got 36,000 for me here. Who is that person? Grand Jide County. Where's Grand Jide? Grand Jide County got 34,000. So that number alone, the two counties number, I have matched the number from Nima County. I have not touched Riverside. I have not touched Grand Cru. I have not touched River G. I have not touched Sino. All right. Now, if I apply Sino, River G, and Grand Cru again Lofa, I will swallow Lofa and I will still have SS. Then my vote from Bone County, my vote from Grand Bassa, when they are accumulated, it can still tackle the small tiny vote in Bapolu. It's about 400 votes tapping. In Kemo, it's about 1,000 change. So the only place people really tapping me that should be worrisome to me is Nima and how you call it, Lofa. And I got figure from other area that they may think is so little, but they are a two-lay county. And the vote I get from there, the 35,000 I get from Nima, I mean from Grand Jide, plus the 25,000 I'm getting from Maryland. Those two numbers alone can succeed, or it can liquidate. It can bring an equilibrium between the number from Lofa. So this is how we matching the guy's number. But they're frustrated by they're not seeing it. They're not seeing it. All right? And that's how we are matching the number. And that is what we match all the number up at our turning vote. They want to call it, say that turning vote, we're left with 7,000 votes. Now 7,000 votes for Australia tomorrow. To end on that question, I want to throw this thing out to all of us. NEC, not NEC, but UP is a party that know how to stir up confusion. They don't just do that only the CDC. Let me tell you, let me give you guys a breaking. Maybe you guys on the panel you don't know. AJ, are you aware that the campaign spokesman of the Unity Party put out a statement on his Facebook page that the government of Liberia have bribed the ECOWAS observer to compromise the result in the interest of CDC. ECOWAS have to send a rebuttal. It took a week before the Unity Party could write a statement yesterday, disassociating itself from Mo Ali post this on his social media page. And kissing ECOWAS, when we are not even going into the election. So these guys are crying foul because they know the thing have won them. So that to answer your question, tell us how we're going to match our numbers.
Thank you. That was well said here. Let's see. Any of you guys want to do a follow-up before we get to Malcolm and VK? Any of CDC want to do a follow-up? Isaac and Boniface, to what Pastor Success said, the question I asked. Any of you guys want to do a 5-minute follow-up, then we'll turn it over to VK and Malcolm. All right, Isaac.
Boniface.
So Isaac is not there, Boniface is not there. So VK and Malcolm fired up.
Okay. So I mean, I heard a lot of things Pastor Success mentioned. Again, I just gonna focus on those important points. You see, and that's why you see we are just wasting our time on these citizen unofficial documents data, because anything that is unofficial, lacks credibility, and therefore the reason why they are not making it public, because those numbers does not correspond with what is on NEC or what has been presented by NEC. So we are doing the right thing. We are on course. This guy is talking math. I think Pastor Success should be a great help to Samuel Twe for the next 3 months in office, before our inauguration date, because you are talking about numbers that just doesn't add all. You are just giving theory. Because if you look at the population in Nima, you look at the population in Lofa, even Monserrado, you're not going to win Monserrado. That for sure. Everyone knows that. So where are you generating these numbers from? And that's the reason why they are unofficial. You do not have the courage to post them out, to make it public, so at least the public can have access to them, to be able to validate them, to make sure that those information correspond with what is rating or what have been presented by NEC. Okay, let us not waste time and play with the integrity of the Liberian people. Look, like I said, the CDC, they have a very young leadership. It's just that they are not put those youthful thoughts, into work. They have failed themselves. They have brought everything you see happening to CDC today. They brought them on themselves because they failed to, hire qualified people, bringing qualified people on board, qualified Liberians, not just based on party, sentiments. But we are saying that you guys have the opportunity, if you guys are so desire, and you can select President Weah, former President Weah, to come back and contest, or you can come up with a very strong candidate, that will make his or her voice heard, or to be heard. But the elections, the numbers are there. Again, every information we are posting, those numbers correspond with what is on NEC side or what have been presented by NEC. So we can see the credibility there. We can see the transparency. So we are not hiding anything. There's nothing in secrecy. So if you have a numbers, logically it's a data, but in reality you just have a number, because numbers are data. But I will not consider those to be data, because they are not something that can be used. And we're not go to no court. We do not trust the court system. If at all, I know you're not going to reach to that point, but we know we do not trust the justice system under this administration. So we're not going to waste our time. Okay. So let us now go to that path. Let's move straight forward. Look, Trump lost the first time. It will be the first in history. Trump, one-time president. President Weah is one-time president, and Trump is coming back. He's making headlines to come out. So let Josh Weah wait for his time, 2029. He can come back, and remake,
we make a plan, provided if it will be accepted by the Liberian people. But this process is over. We're just waiting for the official announcement from NEC.
Well said here. I know Vicky is driving here, so we'll, tell him thank you for his input. His partisan just spoken, Malcolm, and thank you, Pastor Success, for your contribution. I say thank you, Boniface. Thank you here to our brother Otavio Augustus.
I know.
Yeah, but we told you muted for a while. So go ahead and give your closing based on the question I asked and solution, and the Pastor Success just pretty much presented the way to victory, even though according to NEC official website that they are still trading and UP, but the number he presented here, I don't know, do you have any reporter and if that number here, because I know you, are you, first of all, do you consider those numbers as a fuzzy map, or you still think that the presentation was well
Oh man, we tell you something. Yeah, let my man Pastor Success, but he try, he try. But that I don't know how CDC and how they see. And to be frank, no one know why the CDCs are misleading themselves. Now how they calculate the number. No somebody said to me, my man, your main CDC just add here subtracting and a lot. But no wonder why CDCs are doing this and they think they'll win. My brother, that's not how numbers work. Look, AJ, the thing is done. Let me give you an example. Let me just run through some numbers quickly. Okay? So, get over this and start making noise. In Nimba County, when it's all said and done, the UP is going to be up over 94,000 votes total. In Lofa, it's going to be somewhere around 30,000. Okay? It's going to be 37,000. So, 95 and 31,000 votes, that's where. That's over 120,000 total between Lofa and Nimba. Now, let's go to where my brother Success was talking about. Maryland is one of the biggest one. Is CDC has about 32,000 votes there. Okay, you go to Grand there, CDC has about 33,000 votes there. If you go to Grand Crew, they have about 27,000 votes there. If you go to Bon County, they have less than 8,000 votes there. About 8,000 votes. If you go to Grand Bassa, that number is about 7,000. If I want you writing it, I want you to write it down. If you calculate all that number I just gave you, total A minus for Nima and Lofa, you will tell me the difference. You know these guys. Numbers we don't know. I can calculate numbers. That's what we do, AJ. You know that. I can calculate numbers right in my head. Right in my head right now. I just calculate.
No, I want to calculate.
No, you have got minus in one subtract one. How you do numbers? We added 1 to 8, we subtract 1 per minute. You wasting time. So AJ, from the numbers I'm telling you, I'm showing you. And I forgot Bon County. I didn't Bon County or in the Bon County. I call Bon County. The Bon County got less than 8,000 votes. They call them. So if you look at the numbers, AJ, the number does not change. Look, there's only 13%. AJ, I want you to do this tomorrow, and don't do it because I'm here. I'm saying this on the show. If other statisticians and data scientists and people who play with numbers can come and report what I say, then that's fine. We can have a discussion about it. But when you go to places, AJ, when there are 30%, right? Based on the numbers coming out of that 13%, I mean, you can project, even in America, when the votes are 80%, yeah, the votes are projecting winner, you know why? Because the 20% of the vote can be tallied up. And based on that 20% of the vote, you can say, I mean, this may project a win based on this, and this. So you go to the various areas and say, "Oh, they may get this vote here, they may get that vote here, they may get that vote here." And based on these numbers, it's not going to change. The numbers are not changing. The total numbers that are coming out of Nima, they are way bigger. Nima got 100 and something police stations that are left. Nima has a bigger number than the Grand Bassa or I know who else left, or the South, the rest of the Southeast votes there. So at the end of the day, while my friends are minusing 1 and adding 1 and minusing 2 and adding 2, we are discussing whole numbers and we're adding the numbers and we are saying, look, my man, at this point with 13% of the numbers left, there's no pathway for Mr. We are. Even in Maserado. You know, even in Maserado. So, you know, my brother, and maybe that's close on this. My brother talked about the Mo Ali issue. I mean, we're a responsible party. Mo Ali went and made a statement, and the President Barrack called him and put him to book, and he made a statement. How many people have job we have fired for government for corruption? Some say he want to do MAPA SSI, he was giving money to money children. Up to today, we have not seen money children. What keep giving that money? But dear brother, the campaign chair for CDC stood on the podium while a boys were doing battle crap here and said, well, we win election. No UP parties were wearing government. He said that the president called him to book and said, Mama, you can make that statement because when we win election, we are the governing establishment for all Liberians. There will be no way we will say that a party can win election. So my brother, this year, my brother Success there. Success, I want to play the whole way. But if you do the map, put it in our chat room. I will look at it and these numbers I'm putting together, AJ. I will put the numbers together also and put it in our chat room for us to look at it and compare.
I did long ago. I think
do you consider BK calculation vague or pretty much?
All the calculations are not, they are not data based, they are sentimental based.
All my calculations are based on facts, all my calculations are based on facts, they are based on real numbers, they are based on the data from the NEC. All these calculations are based on facts. Even if you use the NEC data that's on NEC website, you will still come to the same conclusion I'm coming with. The numbers don't change. The good thing about the analysis in data when you do this data analysis, the numbers don't change. And my brother Marco was right. We are not here to debate your numbers, your sentimental numbers, if they won't get happy for Grand Crew, maybe we'll stop the ballot. There were places in Grand Crew where they said more people voted than the total voting for who was voting for them. They had to rectify that situation because it was caught. So what we are saying is, AJ, the number does not work in CDC favor. And my brother and Success can come here and do anything they want to do, but it doesn't work for them. It doesn't work. Where they should have went and told this president when he was in leadership for 6 years, was to govern well so that the Liberian people can repay him with a second term. And they refused to do that. They were sentimental. My brother asked they were sentimental. So I said they were all sentimental. They said, the people that are voting in Liberia, I don't got to vote for them. They are feeling the pinch in Liberia. There's a global feeling. We discussed in Israel. Me and you, we're not going to Israel before. We discussed other countries in the world. We not go there before. We even said in other countries, we even discussed them. But now when we discuss Labrador, where I was born, why am I saying this? Oh, you go to Labrador long time, so you can discuss Labrador. But you sit down here and discuss Afghanistan, Pakistan, Israel, and you Israeli citizen? Are you when you were discussing, are you from Afghanistan or Iraq or Syria? No. But you discuss politics because we're in a global village. When we are talking about Liberia, a place that we all came from, a place that we all were aspiring to go and see do better, then you want to bring this in a better argument, oh, he ain't been there for a long time. Okay, if I'm going to go there now, was it going to make CDC win? No. The Liberian people are resolved. And AJ, tomorrow we'll be on the show. I hope I will be stopped for me to really get on my computer and go over the numbers with you. I will hope so. But we'll be there and we'll give raw analysis. If I'm really stopped in a place, AJ, I would like to put the camera to my data in my data center and bring the numbers on our screen for us to see as is.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Very important discussion tonight. We will go back on the notes that we took, and also based on your projections and data, we'll compare it with current situation data. Current situation and how the officials, data here from our end, and we will give our breaking news and the network will be giving a breaking news short video in a breaking news video format, and go from there. But gentlemen, thank you very much for your analysis, projections. Big thanks to everyone. Big thanks to everyone that participated.
My field is stepping my CDC whenever.
Pastor Sources made his case tonight. Vicky and made his case. I think Boniface follow up. We have given a prediction from current situation Liberia from our field manager. He came on today and gave a projection on UP. So current situation media is going to analyze and that projection as well, you know, putting in consideration the data we have here and be able to give an official prediction from the network that will represent current situation media. But gentlemen, with the individual projection and analysis, we say thank you very much. Both teams made a case tonight. You know, they provided some numbers. Otavius pretty much presented his argument based on past voting experience. And yeah, so thank you guys. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. or 7:30, even though tomorrow is not our regular time here. So the time can we can be flexible on the time. But we'll see you guys Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this whole week, we will be talking about, you know, the new elect president and how Liberia is going to be transformed and the way moving forward. Because if someone is elected, if one of those guys are elected officially, you know, when NEC made the official announcement, we just have to pretty much work together as one people, because and put that party aside. You know, we can still clinch to our political party, but come to one agreement to move the country forward. Because even if someone is sedition or UPist or maybe ANC or different political party, at the end of the day, we all Liberians. Because if one party is successful in a leadership or not successful, it affects the entire country. You know, even though that party, we must signal out that party, but at the end of the day, the international world or our neighbors will say, Liberia failed to, you know, provide this. Liberia is not on the path of development. You know, the education system is poor, the economy is poor. You know, so yeah, it will say Liberia. So that you know, that emphasis will go on the country as a whole. So my advice is, if Boaka or we are wins the election, you know, we as Liberians, we need to come together and put our expertise together, our talents, to be able to, you know, get that country going. Because at the end of the day, if we don't, our children, the coming generation will suffer, you know, especially, you know, we are experienced 20 years of brutal civil war. The war is over. I mean, 20 years ago now, the war is over, 14 years of civil war. And, you know, want to keep the country at peace, and we want to put people back to work. We want our kids to be educated. We want the economy to boom. You know, we want Liberia to be self-sufficient instead of depending on foreign aid or aid from the diaspora. So, gentlemen, at the end of the day, all the discussion was valid. Points were relevant. You know, let's keep it civil. Continue, you know, keep it professional. Even if we disagree, at the end of the day, you know, for the sake of us being Liberians, because that's all we have, Liberia. You know, we have to be identified by our culture. You know, anything that identify as our Liberian, we have to embrace it. You know, no matter what our differences. Yeah, you can even have differences in the home as family, but at the end of the day, you get your family back. You know, yeah, your sister, you will fight, or your brother, you will fight. But if you see someone out there, they respecting your brother, you know, you're not going to stand and say, oh, because me and my brother, we disagree. Nope. So at the end of the day, we all Liberians. So long live Liberia, long live the people of Liberia, and God bless Liberia. Gentlemen.
When you close the comment.
Okay. Gentlemen, good night.
Bye bye.
Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.